Me, when I haven't opened Mix It Up, nobody do the thing. Nobody do the thing. Mars! I'll refund you. Oh, I don't know if I can refund you. Shucks. Guys, don't do the thing! I don't have Mix It Up open! Guys, I'm a bad streamer! You gotta wait! Toshi's not in chat yet, guys! I'm so sorry! Your daily chores have been eaten. Oh, I can restart quick. You guys want me to restart stream quick? Shh! Ash, I'm gonna fight you! Do you guys want me to restart stream quick so you can get your stuff? Or are we good? Don't restart, okay. You don't get it then, but you do get Mythrill lore today, so I hope you enjoy. Thank you, Ash, for the 5 gift subs, and once again starting a level 2 hype train. This is the 2nd day in a row. I love you, but jeez. I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do with support. Ah! I scream and I cry and I scream and I put my little fingers together and I scream. Oh no. Ash is a little silly guy. A little silly gamer. We stan. But yeah, today is my last Mythrill SMP stream. Or my last Mythrill SMP lore stream, to specify. There will be a Mythrill monthly at some point. Maybe not till next month. I have a lot of driving lessons this month, guys. I have a lot of driving to do. You're gonna fight so many times, I think, seriously. The thing is, I would never fight you. I'd probably just, like, hug you, and then you'd be trapped forever. And then you'd be trapped, and you could suffer. You could suffer through it. Look, we do love Ash, though. We do. Half day at school, you can come watch. Hell yeah! You did your Mythrill show? Aw, such a cutie, April. But yeah, today is my last Mythrill stream. I don't really know what else to say. I don't feel. I mean, I'm prepared for it, but at the same time, I'm not. Like, it's very bittersweet, and my energy today, is so different from Mythrill J's energy today. So we're gonna see how that goes. And you know, this is technically the end of Mythrill. This is the last Mythrill stream that there is going to be on the server. Mythrill monthly probably next month, once life has calmed down for me a bit, and when I can hopefully go through all the catch-ups, and then recap after that. And then there might be some other stuff throughout the year, because I want to give you guys some treats. But I can't say a lot about those. So, tihi taha. But yeah, we'll go through a lot of stuff. I just realized my replay buffer is on, and I didn't turn it off when I opened OBS, so we're gonna leave that. I keep disabling it, and it keeps re-enabling, so stream delay might be a bit. Actually, no, I'm gonna stop the replay buffer. If you guys want to reload stream, it might catch you up a little bit. So if everyone reloads, then you might have less of a stream delay. But we'll actually see how that works. But we're gonna get into lore in a moment. So I love you guys. I hope you enjoy today. I'm nervous and excited and but yeah. That's the vibe. That's the tea, sis. We're gonna get going. Me when I don't have a lore button anymore. Wait, I do. Wait. I do. I was on the wrong thing. Okay. We gotta go.
Hey, stranger.
Oh,
You're
hey
quiet
you.
today.
I, well, I guess there's finally time to be quiet. It's
Yeah.
all over.
You been out here long?
Uh, a bit. It might have been all day, actually. It's peaceful out here,
Yeah.
even though it's a little bit, broken, but who isn't?
How do you feel
Um,
physically?
I'm okay. My injuries are healing up. Your tea does work wonders.
Guess what day it is?
um, I don't know,
See
actually.
what's in my hand?
A picnic basket?
Uh-huh. Happy Love Festival.
Oh, right. Oh, you're so
No, it's a
sweet.
little bit lonely this year. Not
Yeah.
like the one 2 whole years ago when,
we didn't even have
we had a whole party.
we didn't even have a love festival last year because of everything happening.
Yeah.
This all just feels so, I don't know, bittersweet.
Bizarre.
That too.
Yeah.
I mean,
The two B's.
the harbor always had some air of quiet to it, even when it was, at its busiest. Or maybe that's just what I experienced with a house in the sky. It was easy to get away from it all, but never too far away from everyone. It's different now. Everyone's been moving on.
Yeah.
Can't really blame them. I think Sheba and Lilith went to the Eastern Providence, where Sheba's from. Didn't really expect the two of them to stick together, but I mean, whatever hatred they had seems to have disappeared after that mess of a party. I think Jelly and Honey went to go visit their dad, or Jelly's dad. Um, I don't know where he's from actually. Maybe one of the Petra cities. Or maybe they went to the Demon Plane. I'm not sure.
Tetris.
The the human cities that are very different from the one that you're from. They have, I don't even know how to explain it. They have buildings of glass that are taller than mountains, and
That's so stupid. Glass is not a good thing to. That would like break in a blizzard.
uh they don't have blizzards. The climate's very
Okay.
different.
Okay. Lucky ducks.
Lucky ducks. But I think I don't know the ins and outs of
Look
how
at
it
me, we don't have blizzards, so
works.
we're gonna build out of glass. Hee 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 hee.
They're very technologically advanced. Jelly always talked about video games. I not quite sure.
I don't know what one of those like, okay.
Don't know what videos are.
No.
No. I It's very different from what I'm used to. Even Bean's steam powered machines were quite marvelous to me, in all honesty. They've gone home to Toshi saw their ship off. Little steamboat. I think Rose and Lid left together. Not too sure.
Yeah.
You saw them?
Rose came to say goodbye before they did.
That's sweet.
I haven't seen Chills though either. And Katie.
I don't know what happened. I think him and Charlie went to the archive. I'm not. Yeah, I remember.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
it was in the books we were investigating, so.
Yeah. I think it had something to do with Timothus. Charlie asked me for a water resistance potion a while ago. I mean, we've seen the entrance now, so I can only assume it was to go down there. I saw her a while ago and she kind of she's gotten very paranoid, I guess. She ran off saying how everyone was a liar. She really didn't take Artemis coming back well.
Yeah.
But they ran off and I haven't seen Charlie since.
What about Artemis? I haven't seen them either.
They went to go find their family in Pellery. It's a elven city. I didn't see her go myself, but I'm sure I'll get a letter in a few days once she's traveled down there. I'm not sure if they were taking Lizzie's Island or just...
That's a crazy... What? That's a crazy way to travel.
I mean, Lizzie's Island floats. That's how Shroom got here.
Oh.
Yeah, quite. I mean...
Actually, that's nothing new. I don't know why I'm surprised.
I mean, it's kind of different.
Yours was suspended in the air. So
yeah, it's different seeing one that's stationary and one that, you know, moves around. I never saw Lizzie's Island move, but
An island
Shroom told me they could. Are you writing a song?
Sorry, I felt like breaking into song there. I thought it was a musical episode.
It's an episode.
What?
What?
Who said that?
I don't know.
Do you want a cookie?
I mean, I already have some, but thank you. But yeah, most people have been pretty happy with just running off without saying anything, it seems.
I'm sure they wanted to, but
I don't blame them. I mean, after everything, everyone was desperate to get out. If there's something out there waiting for them, something they're looking for, it only makes sense for them all to rush off to go get it.
what do you think's waiting for you?
Huh?
What's next on the Jupiter agenda?
I don't know. I spent so long just focusing on this, you know? The whole history of this place had been lost for so long. So the one thing Karma asked me for was to uncover it, to tell people what happened to this place. And I spent years doing that. And now that it's over, now that Warren's gone, and Sky's gone, and everyone can leave and is leaving. This was what I was looking for. I don't really have anywhere to go from here.
Feeling a bit directionless?
I guess. I was so used to being on my own before. I don't really know what to do with it now. I've just been making sure everyone who leaves is okay. Toshi's been checking on them for me, but there's not much else I can do than that. And I'm sure more people will come here. I mean, this place became famous because of the barrier, and it showing up again is gonna just attract more visitors, but there's no danger, really, anymore. And I don't think it's, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth sticking around to tell people. It's not like in Madison now anymore. Anyway, I mean, the valley, the harbor, it's been destroyed again. The sanctuary will be there for whoever needs it. Karma's back in the demon plane calling off that army that was supposed to help. And if anyone wants to know what happened, then the library has it all, basically. The museum, too. I feel like my job is over. I guess I'm just reminiscing at this point. It's such a small leap for me, I guess. I've lived so long, but these 4 years, they feel like centuries.
Hmm. Well, I'm all new to centuries, so.
Yeah.
I was thinking everyone's leaving. Maybe we should too.
We?
Yeah? I mean, don't you think this place deserves a break?
I mean, yeah, but you really want me to go with you?
Don't you remember my promise? Ugh, I'm offended. It was such a grand promise, too. For as
Okay.
long as I'm immortal, you will never be alone.
Oh, I guess you're really sticking to your word, huh?
I'm a man of my word.
Oh, of course, of course. Also a man who stands on tables, apparently.
It's because I was making a grand gesture.
Are you sure it's not just because you're short?
I take everything back.
No, no, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Are you sure, though? Really?
Yeah. I mean, my world's gotten a lot bigger in these two, 2 years.
2 years for you, yes.
Um, because you said 4, and I was thinking
Well,
about the number 4.
I've been here a bit longer.
And there's a lot that I have never seen.
Mm.
I've never seen the Feywilds.
I mean, I'm sure I could show you around. Might have an old tree we can do something with. It's close to the north.
Yeah?
Yeah. Might not be as cold as what you're used to, but might feel familiar.
If it's closed, then
We can go visit your dad.
what are we waiting for? Come on, come on, come on, come on. I fell in the water. Let's go.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Okay, okay. We have to go pack. I still need to grab my stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And you probably don't want to leave
Speaking
your
of,
things behind.
I cleaned up my apothecary over there.
The old one?
It's been collecting dust.
Oh,
There's a lot of wilted flowers in there. It was sad.
yeah, it makes sense. I mean, no one's been to this part of the place in a while.
Yeah. It was, despite it all, this was kind of the start of my life.
Yeah.
Um, also the end of it at one point. And now it's the start of forever.
But you won't be alone.
Yeah, I know. I just said that.
I know, but I'm repeating it to you. Eternity is a long time, but
Where do we go
it won't be
first?
awful. I mean, I don't know. We could check out Tetra and find out what a video is.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, maybe we can get Jelly to give us a tour. I think we'd get some very funny looks, a fae and a guy with a skeleton arm.
I'm sure it's nothing they've never seen before.
I don't think they're super used to magic.
Oh.
I mean, they're more used to it than your guys, but not as much as
Yeah.
Eastern.
Yeah. I want to see the Eastern Providence too.
Maybe we should start there first. It's
I heard it's hot.
You're right there. Mars.
No.
You die?
I'm dead.
Did you like the animatic
They're
chat?
taking me out.
Did you like
They
my
took me out.
surprise? That's
They
gonna get
took me
muted
out.
on the VOD, but it's okay, I'll post it separately.
Oh,
You guys like it?
wow,
That's the
wow.
surprise that I spent a month making back in, what was it, November?
Owie.
October or November. Don't be owie. You liked it, guys? They liked it, Mars. People approve of my stuff. That's the first animatic I ever made it.
Congratulations on validation.
I'm a special little guy. Hi. Can you believe that Mythrill is over?
I need to die.
No! You can't die. I made you immortal, so you can't die! It was my plan all along. Chat agrees with you. Hey chat, you got to see it in the animatic, but you want to see the new Mythrill J skin. I'm burping.
Ew!
It's my monster repeating on me. I'm also going to put on the new Mythrill J post-arc free playlist that I have. You guys want to see? Da, 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 da. Hello! I'm an eye patch girly. Girly lost an eye! Can you believe it? Here's my I also have one
I
without
can't believe
the cape.
What? I can't believe that Arcane ripped us off like this.
Wait, what?
We wrote it first! I swear to god, I swear to god.
Wait, what did Arcane rip off?
Hey, I mean, is that a spoiler still? I don't know.
You can say it. Chat, spoiler for Arcane Season 2, say it.
Caitlyn gets her eye stabbed out.
Oh yeah,
in
she
the finale.
does! I forgot about that, because it was just pointless.
And it's just as irrelevant as this.
Yeah!
Yeah.
I mean, it's, you know, you specifically wanted me to bleed. It was this or lose an arm.
Yeah.
And
It wasn't an arm. It wasn't you.
It wasn't, well, okay. We wanted
Can I talk about this?
We wanted Karma to lose an arm.
Hey,
but then
no.
What?
You wanted Karma
to lose an arm.
to get her leg chopped off.
Oh,
but you wouldn't let me.
Well, I thought shoot her in the chest because it's where her heart is, and that would be sad and poignant.
Yeah, and it was better.
And then you found girl with one eye, and then now I'm a girl with one eye. And also I'm just like macaque, for real. Don't sit in the shit. Lost eyes, lost lives. Jam is dead. Love you, Jam. Moving on. Yeah, if you...
Yes, exactly, Skyla! Yes, you get me!
Yeah. Tee hee. Oh my god, just like April's cat!
That's... Oh.
Oh no!
I'm also kind of the reason Jamie's dead, so...
Yeah, well, you're not the full reason. We like, specifically in writing, when writing the finale, we were like, there has to be stake, okay? There has to be... Someone has to die. Because otherwise...
like, somebody's gonna die. And then Jam was like, me!
Somebody's gotta die. And Jam was the only person who was willing. And I was like, you know what, yeah. Because we can't kill Artemis because no one would believe it. I didn't want to kill Karma, and I didn't want to kill Jay, because I didn't think it would make sense narratively. And no one else offered up their name. And you physically could not die.
Mm-hmm.
But then Jam saved the day and gave us our drama. We love our drama. Thank you, Jam. We love you.
Thank you for letting us murder you.
Jam, someone has to die, otherwise what's the point? Well, it's the stake. It's the stakes. You know, you've got to have that dramatic low moment before the victory, and it was our dramatic low moment was Jam's death, and then also, the girly pops getting their shit rocked by Honey, but you know, no one there died. Just some mild injuries. Everybody got mildly injured and or stained in blood in Lizzie's case. yeah, it was fun. It was so very, very fun. I don't know why I keep slipping into that voice today. I'm just all over the place. I've had a monster. I've been up since 7 a.m. We're doing
God, it
good.
was fun scripting the finale with
It
you.
was so fun. I
We
love
need to
doing
write
stuff with
something. We
you.
need
We
to write like
do.
a show.
We should. We definitely should. We should do all of the things. But yeah, that is a last Mythrill
That's a
stream.
lot to ask for.
That's the last
We need
Mythrill
to do everything.
stream. I have new J skin. Did you ever ask me to make you a new Mars skin or no? Because I never made one, but I don't remember if you asked me to.
Well,
because if you did, I totally forgot.
originally, I really wanted to cut his hair, but
Oh, you can't really tell on the
I was
skin.
like, nah. Well, it's not cut. That's why. So
No, that's what I mean. Like his hair's already pretty
I
short
cut
on
it.
the skin.
I mean, I cut the part where he was gonna cut his hair.
Yeah. Do you want to see the Karma skin that I made for post thingamabob? Because I don't think I've
Are you
shown
asking me
you.
if I want to get? I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that.
I'm scared. Do you want to see it or not? Chat wants to see it.
Yeah.
Okay, let me steal Karma's accessories real quick. We've got to be authentic to my girly pop. Because you know her last outfit got stained in blood. So she needs a new fit. This is
Oh,
girly pop's new fit. I kind of went back to her original
does
outfit.
she have her titties out?
No, she's wearing like
Oh no, they're yeah.
yeah, it's like a bodysuit with shorts, but they're very, very short, like booty shorts, and then she's got like the over the shoulder kind of like robe, kind of Japanese style that I see in all the Pinterest images. She very cute. She very sassy. Her hair's also grown out a little bit like character J's, but it's not as long. My cute
Fuck!
hot
I was
demon girlfriend in
gonna
your area, guys. She's very hot.
watch it. One chance. It's Valentine's Day. Please.
Oh, I can also show everybody I built the final monument for Arc 3 because we have the Arc 1, the Arc 2, and now the Arc 3, which is the big pagoda because the sanctuary had pagodas and I didn't want to do anything like the temple again. It's now Arc 1, and then there's a cute staircase that goes all the way up around the side that I built.
Remind me to talk about Character Morse's dad when you're done with this.
Yeah, sure. And then we have this. I haven't put the books in yet, but I'm gonna do that. And then over here we have the pagoda, and it's also a teleport room, so we can go literally anywhere
Yay!
notable on the server. It's got everything. Like, there's so many rooms and also floors in downstairs. I had to scrape for things to put in the bottom. Like, we've got the Hell of a Boss Secret Santa place that Charlie made for Bagel's Christmas thing like a few years ago.
What?
Yeah, that was the Secret Santa thing Charlie made for Bagel. We got the gazebo that was made of honeycomb from when Bagel tricked Jelly into eating their horse. The big crater. The campsite that I made for a cinematic with Karma.
I'm so
Katie's
hungry
house,
I could eat it.
Tyno's house, Industrial Zone, Colin's house. Like we got all the things that you didn't even know existed, and then we've got all of the things that anyone's ever wanted to go to. Like the overgrown ancient city, all the ancient cities from Moon's Quest, Rose's like village set, Katie's village set, Mars's village set. Do you want to go there and talk about your dad?
Yeah.
Okay, I have teleported there.
I love my father.
You love your father. You can teleport to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm flying. I didn't mean to fly.
You got your wings on.
No.
Not a single Emma's dad mentioned, but he's gonna think his son died forever. We mentioned him.
Okay, so I was gonna have a proper ending for my character originally. But then I was lazy. And had a bad couple months and I couldn't work on anything at the time.
Base bestie. It happens.
And yeah. But the original plan for my character's ending was going to be that after this, I would have had a cinematic or an animatic.
Hello, son.
Where actually I wrote it. I've written it. Dad! Papa! Oh my god! I've missed you.
No.
He's so beautiful.
He is. I love this skin. This is fun.
Can I read out loud the written thing that I wrote as my character's ending? Let me find it.
I remember you showing me.
Because there was supposed to be one, and I robbed you guys of it, but
There was also the reason I have a Karma skin is because I was gonna do like a little cinematic at the start of this of me talking to Karma, but then I shit you not, I forgot my idea and I could not think of like how to write what I wanted, so I let it go because I also didn't have the energy. But it was just, yeah, Karma's gonna come back. Karma isn't leaving Jay forever. Karma just had to go back to the demon plane for a bit, but she's not gonna ghost Jay like she did in Arc 2. She's not being an absent parent this time.
Oh my god, this is really long. This is a lot longer than I remembered.
Do you want me to read it?
No. What? Are you saying I can't read?
No, I wasn't sure if you could be bothered reading it if it was really long.
Of course I can.
Read it.
Story time. I'm hijacking your stream. This is now all about me.
As it should be.
So, okay. I don't know how good this quality is because this was written months ago.
That's okay. Read.
I need to turn my music off and lock the fuck in. With a pint of an untouched warm beverage at his side, Ian, which is the name of character Mars's dad, I think. At least it was back then. I don't actually remember.
I think it is.
Ian sits at the lonely kitchen table with his head in his hands. A slightly uncanny sketched portrait of him and his son haunts his peripheral vision, paired with the one and only letter he received from Mythrill Harbor years? However long ago now, before they stopped coming. The room is dimly lit, with only the flickering flame of the fireplace, tickling the back of his neck with its warmth, never enough to make him warm in the absence of the light of his life. He's accepted long ago that his sickly son is probably dead, that he let him walk out into his doom and failed as not only a father, but as a husband, killing the wish of his late wife along with his only remaining family.
It's like your mother mentioned.
Last months have...
Sorry.
April made that canon. The last months have been like this. If he isn't out at a settlement conference or hunting for the health of his village, he sits alone in the company of the long-wilted herbs and plants he'd acquired for Mars. This day, however, was to take a sharp turn. As he's about to drift off to sleep, head in his hands, and the smell of his beverage, the only thing keeping him up, a chirp echoes in the house. With sudden surprise, he starts and looks up. There are no chirping birds in the tundra. His green eyes widen at the sight of a purple, glowing, almost mist-like robin with a star on its head, flying urgently around his house and chirping away, as if trying to speak to him. It's hard to react to this. Should he try to catch it? Run away? Perhaps this is what the light at the end of your life really is. Maybe the malnourishment finally got to him. He snaps out of a sort of shock-induced disassociation as the curious bird chirps. What? Chips? What the fuck do you mean chips a lock of his hair? What?
I think clips.
What?
Clips?
Probably. Who knows? I'm reading it as it is.
Go with it.
The curious bird chips a lock of his hair in its beak and pulls. Ow! It lets out a noise like it's happy to finally have a proper acknowledgement, and hops on the table in front of him. Finally, he lays eyes on the small note tied with a neat small ribbon on the bird's leg, and he removes it. In brackets, meanwhile. The layer of snow on the frosted minty green grass was stiffly packed under Mars's nervous steps as he paced around a tree at the forest's edge. It must have been hours of waiting in anticipation for Otashi to return. He could practically feel the hairs on his head going grey with the amount of stress he was under. So much has happened. How is he to face him when he comes? How is he to begin to explain anything? What if he doesn't come at all? He screamed in frustration into his good palm as Jay chuckled at the sight, sitting on a fallen tree huddled in her layers upon layers of warm clothes. Just then, like an answer to a prayer, came Toshi's chirp from the tree line, and Mars turned in a frisk motion, a big smile on his face, which faded when he only landed eyes on the star robin, which circled him once and settled on his shoulder with a happy chirp. After a few seconds of staring into the tree line, he sighed and turned towards Jay, giving Toshi an apathetic scratch under the chin for a job well done. Disappointment gnawing in his stomach. ... Son? Came an unmistakable voice behind him, and Mars's eyes widened with hope and excitement and dread and tears. Tears streamed without obstacle down his face as he whisked around and laid eyes on the large man at the edge of the woods, standing with the exact same look on his aged face. Mars's nose scrunched up while he ran and jumped into Ian's arms, burying his face in the crook of his neck amongst brown and grey hairs like the mane of a lion. He'd lost weight. He looked tired, but it was him. That was all he cared about. When one of them dared to pull away, Mars heard Jay's light step in the snow and turned to introduce her excitedly. Her eyes widened. She hadn't expected to be a part of this reunion. She awkwardly raised a hand for Ian to shake, never expecting the way he would grab her and pull her into a bear hug. Mars laughed and jumped into the pile, not paying attention to his skeleton as his skeletal arm poked out from under the cape, used to hide it, and settled on his father's shoulder. Not until he saw the blood drain from his features in terror. He and Jay pulled away from the hug in a sheepish grin as he held his strange arm up and waved with it, scratching the back of his neck with his good arm. That's all I wrote.
And it's amazing. Estelle is right though. You should like you should put it as make it a fic. Put it on AO3.
Nah. I'm not a writer.
I've seen your writing, bitch. It's great. And that was great. And
I can put this in the public though.
Yeah, that would be cute. You can make a we can make a thread somewhere for it so it has a dedicated spot to live.
There's also art of this because I showed this to Kaloy when I wrote it, and Kaloy drew it.
Oh, you gotta post that.
Yeah,
you gotta post that.
Can I send it to you and then you can show it to stream if you want?
Oh, sure. I'll have to download it and it will take me a minute, but yes, I can do that. Gimme, 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 gimme.
You have to put a big text that says Kaloy! Kaloy made this! Actually, no, you can just put it on the screen and then I'm just going to continuously scream Kaloy's name until it's gone.
You're gonna hurt everyone's ears.
I won't scream it, I'll just kindly say it.
Someone grab Kaloy's Twitter. Wait, we can do the...
Can I send links in your chat?
I don't know if you can. If you do ! Thanks, that's the Mythrill Monthly thanks, and Kaloy's link is in there.
Kaloy!
Does it work?
No. You fucking lied. Now I look like a fool. Kaloy!
I didn't delete it. Wait, let me go find my bloody Mythrill Monthly toggles.
Kaloy!
Worked for me. I think it just doesn't work for you, bestie.
Kaloy. Oh.
Kaloy, my dear. Look at them, they're hugging. Cuties. Everyone go follow Kaloy on Twitter. Everybody give Kaloy a little kiss on the forehead for Kaloy. And then you can... Wait, if I position...
But yeah, that was gonna be the ending I would have gotten if I had the time and resources
if we had
to
the
make
time
it.
and the energy and weren't a little bit depresso. But you know what? That's okay. We're allowed to be a little sad as a treat. Look, he's so cute!
Maybe one day I will have the time and resources and I can make a cinematic of it or something.
Yeah.
But for now, that's all
I mean, that was my whole thing with, like, Sky leaving was I didn't have the energy to make a cinematic with it. Same with the karma thing. I couldn't get my words down, and I didn't have the energy to try and make something if I could. So maybe I'll write
But yes,
a fic for the karma thing at some point.
but yes, absolutely. Character Mars goes back to his dad.
Yeah,
He
and
just
then
can't.
yeah,
He just can't really stay there. So,
yeah, he can't
but they'll get
stay
monthly
there.
visits at least.
Yeah, him and character Jay, they settle in like a cool, I say tree house, but it's like a house inside of a tree north of the Feywild. They have their own little space and they can go and visit Mars's
Oh yeah, and his
dad.
dad totally has the address. I don't think
Yeah,
a treehouse would have an address, but he
no,
knows where it is. They
Toshi
see each
would
other.
guide him through that. I like to think it's one of those magic forests that like it won't let you through.
Whispering Woods.
Yeah, it won't let you. It's like that. You guys know that one Minecraft Diaries episode that you can't.
Or literally the Whispering Woods from Shira and the Princesses of Power,
Oh yeah,
which we still haven't
we
watched.
still haven't watched. We'll do that at some point. But yeah, it's one of those
I've
places
watched it,
where
you haven't.
I haven't watched it.
You are
We're
the
gonna watch it
loser.
together. I know, but yeah, what like magic woods that only let you find
And
the
we tore
house.
my
Yeah,
village.
we can
Oh
tour
wait,
your
this is
village.
actually just canon.
What?
This
Oh yeah,
this is our
this is
kitchen.
yeah. That took me a
This is
second
my
to figure out what you were
kitchen.
saying. Yeah, this is
This
your
is
canon house, Mars.
this is where his dad's been partaking in a little bit of malnourishment and probably a little tiny bit of alcoholism.
He probably stares at the empty chair his son used to take up and just forgets to eat his food.
Poor dude.
Oh yeah, Mythrill-related fun fact, on the server you're on with Ella, a stack and a half of cornflowers outside Ella's house. She burned them all and then put 3.5 stacks outside of her house. You're doing God's work,
Oh my
April.
god.
By God's work, I mean Warren's.
The devils.
The devils.
This is my room. This is actually really ugly.
Your
I
room.
nobody was ever gonna come down here, so I didn't make it very pretty.
Yeah. You know, this is a fun thing, chat. I don't know if I'm ever going to share them, but I do have, I want to say like 2 or 3 fanfics that I wrote of Jay and Mars post Mythrill.
Yeah, and they're real cute.
They're real cute. They were made before the finale was finalized, but I think they're still canon. I'm just missing an eye now. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll ever post them, but they get up to silly stuff.
I forgot to take this head away. Remember the one cinematic where he talks about hunting a moose and then they have a funeral for it? This is the moose.
This is the moose. I mean, it does look like a horse, so it might as well be a moose.
It is a horse.
I know it is a horse, but horse heads don't look
It
like
really-
horses.
Not really.
Not really.
Well,
and it's your little shack, which now is full of dead plants, canonically. But it's your little shack.
He can rehabilitate it. We got this dog.
You can teach
we
your
got the
dad to
sledding
garden.
dog.
Aw.
This is very much just Lapland because I'm Finnish and I'm
April made
man of my
cornflowers
culture.
their character's signature flower, which is funny because they're also evil. We've just
that's
made
funny.
cornflowers like a default evil flower.
Everybody hates cornflowers.
You think it would be wither roses, but nah.
Nah.
Cornflowers are the devil, which is real funny because they're Sky's
Every
favorite.
Mythrill enjoyers for the rest of their life is going to be
I
like,
think I've
hey, explain to me your
genuinely-
hatred for cornflowers.
I think I've genuinely given Ash PTSD over cornflowers. I think I've genuinely done that.
That's not very. This is not medical knowledge.
Nah. I loved when we were doing the bit in here because I got to play the really crazy old lady and we were just riffing on her getting her drugs the whole time.
Hey, that was all you. I don't know why you wanted to be.
Look,
I don't know why.
Sometimes I just get a little bit silly when I'm not the one who's directing, okay? It's same thing happened with Katie's cinematic. I was playing one of the fishermen and then we RP'd gay fishermen enemies to lovers during the filming process of like the rain dying cinematic.
What the
I'm not even kidding. I don't remember who was playing my gay fisherman with me.
Remember to get more
it
medicine.
Might have been Shauna.
No wrong. I think you wrote this.
Yes, I probably did. If it's spelt wrong, it was probably me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's all right. I don't think we ever saw inside here in the cinematic, but this is,
No,
it's cute. You did a great job
I'm really missing
decorating.
the sexy doctor.
Oh wait, I can get him. Goes into my skin catalog real quick. Peels off my skin real quick. Oh wait, that's the wrong button.
I thought Ash said I thought they said you've made me dislike cornflowers and puppies a lot, and I was like, that's I don't know what we did to the puppies.
What
That's
do we
all
do to
you.
the puppies? Poppies, yeah, the poppies. The sexy doctor is back. The art you did of
I don't
her is
remember why,
like
but I'm
my
deeply in love
favorite
with
thing
her.
ever.
Yeah.
She's also a little bit like a Pokemon professor with the white jacket tied around her hips. I know why that
I
skin
thought
made
that
me
was
think
so
of that.
cute.
It is so cute. She's so cute. The art you did of her is one of my favorite things ever. I love.
Yeah.
I don't think
We
she
need a
ever had
whole
a
spin-off
name.
series of just her.
Hell yeah. She needs a name.
She might have had a name, but I don't remember. Oh, I think her name was Annika.
Oh, cute. Love her.
Finnish name for a Finnish woman.
Finnish name for a Finnish woman. Oh, but you have
What else is in here? There's this where Katie and Charlie, I think, had a lot of fun.
Yeah, they were in the pretty like dress skins doing little ice skating.
Yeah.
Which was really cute.
And then they have these horses, which are named after the horse that I used to own. This one's not named after anything. And then this is the first horse that I ever rode and took care of.
Aww.
There's a lot of IRL Marsarchy lore in this village.
I mean, it's based on like.
I love this carriage. Who made this carriage?
I think I did all the builds around here, so I think it must have been me.
Oh yeah, you did. I just decorated.
Yeah,
them.
you decorated everything in like the outside. I think either you or I did the carriage. But I did the buildings.
I'm pretty sure it was you because I would have never had the creativity to make it like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember. We'll say it was me. I'll take credit because I don't remember who actually did it. But I know I did the stable and I did the well. Wait, did you do the well?
No, I'm pretty sure you made all the builds.
Yeah.
I just decorated all of them.
Yeah. I did the stable and the well. I definitely did this cart, so I must have done the other cart.
I made the snowman.
You did. And you did the ice rink, and you did your dad's house.
I like to think that the little kids in the village
is like
just go around making
really small
snow.
village. Like
I know. There's probably like 20 people in here. Everybody knows each other.
Well, you got to think the building over here is the doctor's office, and we can assume maybe the doctor also lives there. This building's a stable, and this is a blacksmith, which is not furnished inside, and the blacksmith probably lives at. And we had like 7 people.
There's probably probably non-canonically like people live a little further away and they just come to the like town center to do their business, but
yeah, I feel like
it's just that the houses are really spread out, I feel.
Yeah.
Because even Marson, his dad's house is all the way over here.
Yeah, I like to think like we didn't make any paths going out that way. Maybe like back down here where this little car is pulled in from, like down this direction, there would be more buildings and people's houses just a little ways off.
Yeah.
But we didn't need to build all of that for this cinematic.
Yeah.
We just had to do the bare minimum, and we did the bare minimum. And it looked beautiful. Exactly. The custom villages that we made for cinematics are some of my favorite things on this, though. Like Katie's was so fun, and yours is so fun to build. I love your character.
Oh, Katie's is so cute.
Yeah. Yeah, Katie's village and this village are some of my favorite, like, completely custom builds that we have. Because Rose's village was a Minecraft Planet download, which I destroyed viciously.
Don't get me started on my Mythrill SMP character because I will get sentimental as fuck.
Please get started on your Mythrill SMP character.
No, because like this is like the first lore project I've ever gotten to see to the end.
Yeah, I like a lot of people have said that to me because I feel like a lot of SMPs have a unfortunate tendency of like dying out or drama happens and they close. And I'm glad we made it to the end.
Yeah. But I just think like
I'm proud
the
of
way
us.
you did this was like it made it so accessible for everyone,
I'm so
and
glad.
it made it so fun for everyone.
I'm so glad.
And everyone on this, like, I don't know how you managed to pull together a group of people this dedicated and talented, but you did, and that's really fucking awesome.
Oh, thank you. It's one of the reasons, like, I'm a very anxious person. I think chat has picked up that I'm a very anxious person. And the first SMP that I was ever a part of, I never did any streams on it. But it was so inaccessible for new people, and it was also a lore SMP, and I was like, yeah, no, I can't do anything on that. So when I took control of Mythrill, I was just like, yeah, I've got to make this an environment that I would be comfortable doing stuff in if I wasn't the person running it.
Exactly.
And it had some rough patches, like the finale of Arc 1, I got feedback from people being like, we would have liked a little bit more direction on what was happening, because in that stream, I gave very, very little. I was like, yeah, we're going to go to a place and you don't get to know what it looks like or what's going to happen. And then I ran off at the end because I had a cinematic that was separate from everyone else's to play. So yeah, learnt from that.
You live and you learn.
I live and I learn, yeah. But like
And by
everything,
now, this is genuinely one of the best SMPs that I've ever been on.
yeah, and I work very hard
I mean it.
I'm so glad you mean it. It makes me cry. I work really hard to make sure that the people who were
We know, we can
added were
tell.
nice and good. Like, I don't know many, like I've been on other SMPs and projects that did interviews, but that's usually for like staff positions.
Mm.
So, you know, I know very few SMPs where as like a member you fill out an application and then you get interviewed, and like I've turned people down from the server because I just didn't vibe with them in an interview, and I did a lot of like looking into people to be like, okay, is this person decent? Do we like their vibe? Do we not like their vibe? And it obviously doesn't always perfectly work out, but I like to say that the majority of people who we've had have been really lovely and have put a lot of work and effort in, and it means the world to me that they did. And it means even more to me that everyone enjoyed the server so much, not just the members, but like the viewers watching. Like the fact so many of you have been here since like Arc 1 just watching.
That is crazy. That's
like,
so. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love the little community.
It's so
I love you guys.
Like, I know, Estelle, you haven't been able to catch all of the Mythrill streams, but you've been modding for me since Mythrill started, at least, I want to say. And like Skylar too, and like Ash has been here for ages, and it's just like, you know, even if you only got here in like Arc 2, or even if you're as new as Arc 3, the fact that people have been so excited about it and
Oh
have
my god.
enjoyed the story, like, it means so much. It means so much. Yeah, Estelle is
I
an
remember.
OG.
Oh god, I'm gonna joke on my own spit.
Oh no.
I remember when like I think it was like last Christmas. I
Gave you
gave
my
you
no,
last
Mariah Carey,
last
go back in
December.
the ice. Sorry, I had to
That's not
expel the
Mariah
decent,
Carey.
isn't it? Well, she's gonna get out of the ice anyway if we start singing Christmas songs. She'll
Well,
make
yeah,
it out.
last December.
Yeah.
I think I don't remember. I'm bad at comprehending the concept of time because I'm a higher being. um, I remember like I think it was me or Katie, um, like somehow stumbled upon April or Ella's Twitter accounts, and we were like, these people have been tweeting about Mythrill like crazy for like months. This is insane.
Yeah,
we
and
were
it's so cute.
We were so cute about it. We were like, oh my god, I'm so flustered.
And the fact that like you guys have been writing fanfics about the SMP, I'm a fanfic girly. That means so much to me. And they're all so good. It's like, oh my god.
And all the fan art and edits. Oh my god, the edits and stuff.
The
and
edits. Elle did a little compilation of everyone's art and edits, and it's beautiful.
Not only did you find and like not only did you end up with like the fucking most talented group of members, but the fucking community is also so talented. It's fucking crazy.
You better be counting yourself in with that group. You're one of the best members. I'm totally not biased.
You are very biased.
I am very biased, but I'm also very truthful. Like, You've done so much. Your arc 2, like I've said this. I'm not sure if I've said it on stream before, but I'll say it again. Mars single-handedly saved arc 2. because the plan was that
Just
Cloudy
by accident too.
yeah, the plan was that Panky be a big part of the arc, and that Cloudy lose their soul and they be like joint antagonists with Celine. But then Celine had like two cast changes, and Cloudy and Panky both stopped doing content and like became really hard to get a hold of. And then you just came out and be like, hey, can I lose my soul? And I was like, fuck yes, please, thank you. And we already had Rose planned. Rose didn't know about it, but we had Rose planned for the auction, but that was like late game arc 2.
Didn't I guess that?
You did.
I guessed that.
You did guess
I'm pretty
that.
sure I guessed that plot point.
Yeah, it was late game arc 2 that I had that planned for after Rose told me, oh yeah, my wings are missing and I'm trying to find them. I was like, okay, that will be the last item at the auction for drama, but that's late game. And then you lost your soul, and I think like the day you lost your soul, or like the week leading up to it, me and Elle were in a VC with Katie, and I went, hey Katie, do you want to lose your soul? And they were like, yeah, sure. And then Soulless Trio were born.
Yay!
I was just like, oh, let's make this drama. Let's make the two characters who are beefing forced to interact with each other because of a divine being holding their souls hostage. Let's do
I
that.
thought that was it. I think that's one of my favorite streams. Was the one me and Katie were stuck in the office.
It's my favorite.
Katie fucking ate that stream.
Yeah. Oh, I love all the Mythrill memes that Esh made. I love all the stuff that people.
Oh
made.
yes, I love everything.
Wait, this is a thing that I have to ask. Because I realized it wasn't a thing the other day. I was looking at the duo names. There's not like a duo for Mars and Chris.
What?
Or Katie and Chris. You don't have a duo name.
Oh yeah, we're RGB trio.
Your RGB trio,
Red,
but like
green,
there's
and blue,
there's no duos, and I was like, what would you even call them? I think
me and Chris can be mildly homoerotic duo.
No homo
Sorry.
duo, but totally. I think somebody, it might have been Elle. I think somebody said like, under duo for Chris and Katie because one's from the underworld and one's from under the sea. But that sounds a little
makes
odd.
them sound Australian.
It does. I think the original, no, it was Lizzie said down under duo, and I was like, that does make them sound Australia, but it is kind of funny.
If they were Australian, that would go hard.
It would go hard.
Unfortunately not. I thought Katie was Australian when I met her first because she does sound a little bit Australian.
Of course. Katie sounds so British to me. Katie Goodburst sounds so British. It's probably because we're both from like bottom of England, but you know.
Bottom of England.
Bottom of England. That do be right. Is there any other place we want to go look at?
Thank you for saving Arc 2.
Yeah.
I didn't even know I did that, so.
You did. Like, I just,
my bad.
I didn't know.
Jay almost didn't even let me on the SMP.
That is actually, so when, the way that I do applications is we'll get like, for time's sake, I'll get like my first round and be like, okay, these are the people who we like the application of a lot and who like are really out there and who are going to go into interviews. And the second lot are the, okay, these are our backup people in case those others don't pass the interview. And it was when I was about to start reaching out to people for interviews that I was like, you know what? This person I don't really vibe with because, not to be rude, their channel layout and everything was the most hideous thing I'd ever seen. And aesthetic means a lot to me as a person. I judge books by their cover. Application was great. Got it off vibe.
So shallow.
I know. But I saw that Kaloy art on your page and when, you know what, they're on the backup list. I'm just gonna swap these two because everyone else I feel really confident in. And I was like just, you know, the only reason you were on the backup list was because I think you had no streams up on your channel, but we used like a Twitch tracker to see like the last time that you'd streamed, and it was like on not too long before, it was a couple of weeks, and I was like, you know what, seasonal depression is a thing, maybe they have school. And you know, you got on the list, and I'm so happy about that because I got my best friend. I got my Picuveliani.
Oh, you're okay, I guess. I love you too. I love you too. I love you too. You're my best friend too. I love you too. And I will never say it on stream again.
I'm going to hell.
Oh, okay.
Didn't even come to see me bury myself. I can't believe this. I'm so unloved. I'm so
No, I didn't
unloved.
really care.
Guys, I'm so unloved. It's okay.
I could say 10 nice things about you and one mean thing, and you would only hear the one mean thing.
That's not true. I love you, though. You mean the world to me. And I'm so happy that we met. It's the best thing to come out of this server.
I think the... I'm not gonna say that. Sorry, I don't know why I have so many...
What were you gonna say, Mars Marzaki?
Nothing.
Don't get me cancelled.
Oh no, yeah, I was gonna say a lot of slurs. I wasn't going to say slurs.
Well, I want to know what you're gonna say now.
I was trying to say something about Celine being hot, but
oh yes,
I just didn't fully commit to it, so it didn't feel worth it.
Me writing Celine was the best thing to come out of the Mythrill SMP, of course, of course. Celine had got so much like develop. I didn't expect, because when before Arc 2 started, we did a poll to see who was everyone's like favorite deity. Warren had only been name dropped and shown in the Arc 1 like recap trailer, like very vaguely, and in like an image. And somehow he still got second and Celine was in last place and Karma was in first because she was like the main one of Arc 1. And I feel like that's flipped on its head. I feel like Celine is definitely like top people's list now.
I love Celine.
She just had so much going on. She was just an icon. She's literally a legend.
She is built different.
She is. She's just my little trauma girlie. I've talked before about like
she is the trauma.
She causes the trauma. I mean, when you think about it, she's gone through trauma herself, but she hasn't gone through, I wouldn't say she's gone through enough to really warrant her actions, or at least she's gone through a lot and she's had enough time that she should have been able to like healthily cope with it, but instead she has just festered. And that's like why she will never change.
I love my
she
problematic
won't let
queen.
herself change. And that's why she had to die. We've seen Redemption RKU, we can imagine. I think there's a world where it could have happened. I think there was two roads that she could have taken after the end of Arc 2, because she did give everyone the opportunity to get away. And I think whatever happened to her in between everybody like going to the sanctuary and her being imprisoned
she's also
by
really
Warren,
pretty, is so real.
For real. But I think whatever Warren did to her in between like that and like Arc 3 starting kind of reminded, because it'd been 10,000 years since she'd seen Warren. She kind of thought he was out of the equation. That all of her plan kind of rided on Warren not coming back, so when he came back, it ruined everything, and she definitely like underestimated him. And I think being imprisoned by him just kind of made her like see just how hopeless the situation was, and she kind of decided from that the only way, like there's no way of beating him, the only way to get control back of this situation is to go out on my own and try and ride this out. Either somehow he's beaten and I get to leave, or everybody dies and like, you know, I get to one up him by having escaped. Like it was kind of that for her. I feel like if Karma had been able to bring her to the sanctuary, there could have been a redemption. But obviously she couldn't do that. And I don't think Karma would have tried, in all honesty. I think Karma tried to like teleport like whoever was there, but she was focusing on like, you know, the guys. That's me spitballing, but yeah, I love Allura. She's a mess, but I love her. She had the most like time in the oven because her character got completely upended and rewritten between like beginning of Arc 1 to the end of Arc 1. Because she was a completely different person. But yeah.
I could kiss her.
You could kiss her. Yeah, she's my
Except
girly
she's
pop.
dead now.
She
So.
is dead. She is dead. And she's never coming back. No.
If she didn't die, then me and her would actually have been making out and yeah.
Sure, Muzz. Sure.
Me as in me, not my character, just
Yeah,
me.
does you.
I would have
As a person.
broken into the metaverse and I would have kissed her.
Sure thing.
Kind of losing the sauce.
You're losing the sauce, you're getting tired.
Yeah, I've been doing game development all day.
Yeah, I've been up since 7
My
a.m.
brain is a little fried.
If she didn't die, I would have hacked into Mythrill and killed her myself. That's so base. It was...
Katie was everyone's self-insert in that moment.
For real. It was... Illura's death was like... It wasn't something that I had planned from, like, the beginning. Like, because the way that I did all the writing was like, okay, this is what is happening in Arc 1. Arc 1 finishes. Okay, this is the base plan for Arc 2. And then at the start of Arc 2, I, like, fleshed it out. And then, like, same with Arc 3. Like, a lot of the stuff gets written as things, like, develop, because then I can adjust plans and fit it to, like, what everyone's characters are doing and make things more interesting and all of that stuff. It's like, you know, all of the artifacts that Jam and Katie found at Panky's, like, they weren't there before. I created those so that Jam's plotline could exist, and, like, nothing was meant to happen with Panky's staff, but since I was killing Panky off, I was like, okay, yeah, we'll give that to Katie, and we'll do something cool with it. So all of those things, they just kind of, like, they happen as people ask for stuff and as people tell me their ideas. But I knew going into Arc 3 that Allura had to die somehow, but we didn't really have a clear set way of how until Katie suggested their idea. And I was like, hell yeah. That is narratively satisfying for Katie Go Burr's arc.
I love Katie Go Burr.
I love Katie Go Burr. Katie Go Burr was so fun. And
I'm
is still
going
so
to
fun.
meet Katie Go Burr.
You're gonna meet Katie Go Burr. Her development is so good, yeah. What I really like is completely unintentionally, I think Jam and Katie had, like, very similar arcs that went very different directions. Because Jam didn't have, like, the benefit of the amnesia part of theirs. They just had, like, the general, like, I'm not gonna think about it, and if I don't think about it, then it hasn't happened sort of thing. And character Jam was always actively running from what they'd done and their problems, whereas character Katie was so, like, traumatized from the events that they just genuinely couldn't remember them. And I like the different branches that we got from the two of them. That's the one thing. If, like, you can have characters who have very similar arcs, but so long as they're not exactly the same, they become two very unique, like, interesting stories. And it was so much fun because neither of them planned them to be, like, anywhere similar, because they were joined arcs apart. But, you know, I like looking at parallels. I can draw parallels between a lot of characters.
I fuck with some parallels.
You fuck with some parallels. Well, time's out, but I'm grateful I got a chance to see most of Mythrill's story live. Yeah, it's very fun. How many characters kind of contrast each other. Yeah, it's really fun. I think I'm trying to think of anyone else who kind of contrasts each other. I mean, you could draw a contrast between Allura and Karma in a way, because they both started from the same point and had very different reactions to the calamity and very different roles that they played in it. Karma trying to stop it and not being able to, and, like, Allura being directly responsible for it in the first place. Warren and Sky have always been a parallel because they were both the god of creation, and it was sort of like, you know, they both had the same favorite flower. Cornflowers over time in the, like, Mythril universe might become, like, a symbol of Sky. Unless the, like, Buttercups become that, which is always an option still, because, you know, she's my Buttercup. But they always had, like, a parallel about them. It's also why Sky always hated birch trees when they were Warren's tree. It was written like that from the start, but I couldn't, like, you know, develop it super heavily. I know if my character has a parallel. I kind of wrote character J, but seat in my pants.
I like Jay. I
Char-
like Jay as like a narrator character for
yeah.
the story.
Character J's purpose was always, I'm the person who's writing like the plot here. I am exposition. I am here to like help people along. It's also why Karma was the first deity and I played her. Like she was already a character that I had, but I was like, yeah, we'll have her start things off because I'm the one who's like doing the stuff. So, you know, we get two guides, one who has more direct knowledge, one who has less but still like is very knowledgeable about the world in general, and then like revealing that the two of them knew each other and were on the same like team basically at the end of arc 1 was just like an extra thing. And they're very fun. I mean, you could kind of make a parallel between character J and character Lilith. It's a parallel my characters made before, that Lilith is very much like she was when she was younger, very like careless and kind of like apathetic to like the people around here. Like she before she met Karma, she literally slaughtered a village in order to summon her, and one of the last things that Bagel did in character was slaughter a village at the edge of the valley. uh, so you know, they were kind of like unintentional, but yeah, kind of ghost of character J's past, which is why she probably wasn't as harsh on Lilith as she might have been to other people in that situation. Could of easily being a lot like Allura if she didn't meet Karma. That's another thing. I think I've talked about it before. There's definitely a world where character J became a villain, where like the loneliness became too much. Like what Allura lacked in control and always being underestimated, J also had, but it was more in the sense of like she was alone. She felt like not well, she kind of felt abandoned. Um Even though she hadn't like been like, her parents murdered each other in front of her and she kind of just had to run for the rest of her life because she was like, well, the place I was meant to live is gone and now people see me as a bit of a curse. So, you know, she couldn't stay with her own people, she couldn't stay with the rest of civilization because Fae have kind of a bad rep, and that's why she bonded with Karma, because demons also don't have a great reputation. um and yeah, there's definitely a
There's
world.
also
Yeah.
there's also the direct parallel of Jay being born under a blue moon and
Yeah, that
Elora a blood moon.
yeah, that's a thing. I think I wrote about it in a book. But so Allura being a puka. Pukas are, I think they originate from like Irish mythology folklore as a fae creature with like bat features, and it's also like noted that they can shapeshift into anything, but they can never like get rid of their wings, which is kind of like a benefit to Allura having hers cut off by Warren, is it meant she didn't have that problem anymore. If you look close enough, like under her clothes, the scars of them would always still be there, but the wings, no, not. The ones she had in Arc 2 were like Elytra fake wings that like Jay and Karma had. They weren't real. Um, but yeah, she, in order to like not die as a changeling, there was a blood moon, and through her own willpower, she became a puka to escape disappearing. Because I really like the canon of like changelings exist based on belief, the belief that the changeling is like the real child that they've replaced. And the changeling too believes that until it's exposed or like they reach adulthood. And when it is exposed, they like fade away and disappear because no one believes that they are like real anymore. And then pukas are made by the changeling having so much willpower and the magic of a blood moon or a blue moon, um, like willing them into a new form so that they can exist. Which is very convoluted, I know, but I thought it was fun.
I love my stubborn queen.
I love my stubborn queen, but yeah. It was a blood moon, and that's why Allura's eyes were always red, no matter what. And character J was born under a blue moon, which I think I wrote about it in the constellation book. I think I linked it. Did I? I might have linked it to the Marzaki constellation in one way or another to be super cute. But that's why J had blue eyes initially. They're purple now. Um,
can't believe you made me into a constellation just to cover up your mistake.
Yeah, I accidentally like username. I just like calling people by their usernames because it's fun. It's like Chris
Me
Chilzo,
when
Mars
I
Marzarki,
accidentally called
Upon
Chilzo's character
Fairy.
Chris earlier. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, actually, there's totally a world building reason for that. It's actually really
We should get
convoluted.
that checked out, Pink Eye.
Um.
Oh no, oh no.
Oh
Oh,
dear.
welcome to chat, Janet. Welcome to chat. Allura's determination, belief in herself could have been used for something really good if Allura wasn't like that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So
My
like
problematic queen.
changelings were like, so you got Fae and then changelings and then like Puka, and I don't know if Puka are like above. I think a fully realized changeling is above a Puka because they have like different shit going on. And a Puka is basically a failed changeling. So in like the hierarchy of like Fae, and not including like half Faes if they even exist, which they probably do, but they're probably too rare to be thought about. Allura would have been the bottom of the chopping block, but she still made it to be the assistant to a literal king of a court. And like one of the first courts in existence, because she was assistant to Jay's dad, the king of the Night Court. Which is like a really impressive feat for someone of her like social station. Which would have been nothing because, you know, she wasn't born naturally. She was created to replace the human child. You know what's so fun? We could headcanon it, and by headcanon I mean make it canon that like what the village that she was sent to replace the kid could have been Mars's village, but like many years before. They're from the same place.
Well, they don't believe in magic though.
Well, yeah, but like
So they wouldn't have figured out that she's a changeling.
yeah, but like this is like thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago. So could have happened.
You can think about it
We
if you
can
want.
think about it.
I'm not
No,
making that canon.
you don't have to make it. I just think like not. It doesn't even need to be from the same village. She could just be from like the north. She could have been to replace a child in the northern settlement, and you know
That would be quite funny.
yeah. Then it would link all three of us together because she used to work for Jay's dad before he was murdered. Is Jay or Allura older? Allura's older than Jay. Because, so, it's very convoluted because I made it a bit convoluted, but Allura left the Night Court when Jay's dad and mother started their relationship, because it was a very transactional thing. It was, we've both been like, it's kind of Romeo and Juliet, but they hate each other instead of falling in love. It's like, hey,
The divorce arc. The divorce arc was crazy.
exactly. The day court and the night court had been at each other's throats for so long, and like the seasonal courts were like, hey, you guys gotta knock it off, you guys gotta come to a compromise. And their compromise was, okay, the two of you will have an heir together, and like the child will be like the heir of both courts, and the union will stop the fighting. And the deal was supposed to be that like character J, you know, gets raised in the night court because her mother wasn't the queen of the day court, she was just a princess. Like her dad was still kicking because Faye's lived for ages. And you know, he'd have to be murdered for his daughter to take the position. But she said, nah, son, I'm stealing this baby and going home. And then that started the full-on war between the two of them. So Allura kind of saw that whole deal going to shit before it happened and went, yeah, I'm not sticking around to clean this up or deal with it. I'm going to go to the human realm and take advantage of their stupid smooth brains because I'm a shapeshifter and I'm cool. And then she basically ran like a crime ring, mafia kind of style thing until she was discovered to be a changeling. So I'd say that Allura was like maybe 3,000 to 4,000 years older than Jay. Jay actually, yeah, Jay's canonically 9,000 years old, so she's 1,000 years younger. Like she missed the valley by 1,000 years.
Oh shucks.
Yeah. So you know that's the timeline on there when you're dealing with very old characters. it works out like that, unfortunately. The timeline of this whole server is I did the My Little Pony 10,000 years ago, and I'm paying the consequences for it to this day. Where did you go?
Spawn.
Oh my god, we're here. You disappeared. No, there you are.
Oh, speaking of Alora.
Speaking of Alora, it was so fun destroying this place.
I was just kind of pulled towards the.
Should I tell people about my little brain plan about this place? I don't know if I've told you about it, actually.
I don't think so.
Should I give them a treat? Should I give them a treat? Does chat deserve a treat, guys?
I don't know. I don't even know what you're trying to say.
Oh, okay. Basically, like, people have been asking about if there's going to be like a map for Mythrill, and I decided a bit ago, and I said that yeah, the members are going to get a copy of the world, and technically, I don't think they have access to it right now, but it is like available for them, and I'm probably going to share the link in an announcement in like the private Mythrill Discord soon, so people have it.
Yay.
But I think I've decided that I'm gonna let the viewers also have it, but not yet. I need to do a couple touch-ups, like add in the books for Arc 2 and Arc 3, and I need to release the Arc 3 recap video before the map gets released. It will come with a texture pack to change the petrified oak into the Mythrill blocks, but it won't have any of the other textures because I can't, like, in good conscience give all of those out. Because I didn't make all of them, and all the ones that I did make, I don't want to just have, like, out there everywhere, but you'll get the Mythrill block texture. Because I honestly don't actually know where that came from. I think it's a retexture of an emerald texture from some, like, maybe vanilla tweaks. Yeah. I didn't make it. That was the old owner who made the Mythrill block texture. So that's the only texture that it will come with. It will also, unfortunately, only be Java because I don't know how to port it onto Bedrock, but if anyone knows how to port it onto Bedrock, you are more than free to do so. You have my express permission, so long as you, like, credit the SMP in what you're doing. And I'm also going around to, like, buildings that were not made on the server, like, were not custom builds, and putting down, like, signs to where they go to. So, like, I can show you Rose's village. Not all of, like, the only place that doesn't have signs is the builds. I haven't added the one for the builds in the sanctuary, but I am going to add that soon.
Sub now or suffer a terrible fate. It's so
funny. Exactly. Where is it? Actually, no, I think it's upstairs. Oh, she's a funny guy. I'm trying to find... No, I think it's... Oh yeah, Moonface Tower doesn't have a sign on it because that was actually 2 builds merged together to make something custom, and I don't know, I don't have the links to them saved anymore. So Moonface Tower doesn't have its original link, but Rose's village, the Elven Ruins, they've all got signs hidden around that say the name of the thing, the person who made it, and the site that it was on, just like this. And then the only other place other than Moonface Tower that won't have any, like, notation on it is the builds on Artemis's Arc 2 island, because I don't know if Elle has all of those builds saved in a playlist or not, but I know they were all, like, YouTube or Pinterest builds. The ones that I built there were originals, but I only built 2 things, so, yeah. But everything else that it was, like, a direct map that we took from Minecraft Planet does have, like, notation where it came from, because I've got to give credit.
You know what's all custom?
What?
Unfortunately.
What?
The archive.
Yeah! Yeah, we love the archive, guys. Me and Mars... How long did that take us?
That
like
was
2 months?
That was a lot of hours of listening to the Cersei saga from Epic the Musical on repeat while building that.
Yeah, it took like 2 months, and then adding it to the server took me like a full day to like map it over. Also, don't mind the Esh is on the server, guys.
Oh my god.
We were recording here the other day.
Oh shit. Esh has been beheaded.
Esh has been beheaded. Esh, I'm punching your lights out there. I'll be Esh for the day. She's canon. No, you missed it. It's okay, bestie. Not bestie. I need to read your whole username then. It's okay, Lizzie. Bestie. It's okay,
That's
Lizzie.
so parasocial.
I know. No, I've literally had this conversation with them before about like accidentally people calling them
Be
by the first
parasocial,
part
be
of their username. This
parasocial.
is so funny.
Why is there a bunch of fish on the floor?
Because they kept killing fish during my recording session. And who started that? I wonder.
That was not me.
Yeah,
that
but
was
you joined
fucking
in.
Charlie.
You joined in.
Yeah, because I'm easy to peer pressure.
You little bitch. I'm kidding. I love you.
I'm influent. I'm not.
It's
no, what's
Mythrill.
influential
Mythrill
is not the word I'm looking for.
Mythrill
I'm
SMP.
easily influenced.
Yeah. Also, I wonder why all the doors are closed here, huh?
Man, who knows?
Who knows? We can't talk about that yet. That's for Mythrill Monthly. Why is there a rabbit here?
Actually, I don't know why all the doors are closed.
Because something's happened here that I did mention in our live bit of the lore. You're a bunny rabbit.
Oh.
We can't talk about it, but it's to do with downstairs, which is why the doors are closed. But you know, that's all I'll say. I gotta say something else. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like behind the scenes things that we've never shared before that we're gonna talk about on Mythrill Monthly, and probably a lot of stuff that we have shared before that we're gonna talk about on Mythrill Monthly as well. I want to kind of treat the next Mythrill Monthly as like it's our closer. We're gonna talk about all the secrets. So if you guys have things that you've been dying to know, questions that have never been answered, like make a list. And when Mythrill Monthly comes about,
it'll be like a writer's room.
Yeah. Also, like what could be a good idea is I don't know. I think we have a Q&A form in the Mythrill SMP public Discord.
Oh, fun! We should do a Q&A.
Yeah, people can like ask questions there in preparation for Mythrill Monthly, and in that case, like if you can't make it, we'll answer them in there and also on the stream, so you can like look at the VOD if like anyone can't make it. Don't know what day it's gonna be yet. Still got a lot of work to do on those things, and also like the recap video. And will Jay's post-arc free playlist be released? Yes, I'll actually post it like after the stream today. I made it a while ago when I was in my home team phase, so it's got a lot of their music on it, which is all really good music, and I think I picked stuff that fits the character, but it's very fun. If you like any of the songs that are playing right now, you can use !song to get the thing of them, and it will show up in chat. Charlie and Chilzo went there. I wonder. Move Esh's head on. I wonder. You'll have to find that out later. But I will say, going back to like Mythrill being a map, the spawn has been set so that it is back over like in front of the thing. Like if I do /spawn, this thing I don't think the data pack is going to still be on the server, but /spawn takes you here. This is the world spawn now. It was originally there in the pagoda, the gazebo, but now it's here. So, you know, you can go to the Nether. The Nether's all a part of it. The End's a part of it, even though there's nothing in the End, but you can go there. It's got the first place, it's got the next place, and the pagoda
You will no longer get murdered if you go to the End.
Exactly. That's been all the data packs and stuff I don't think are going to be in the map file. It's just going to be all stuff. But the pagoda is here so people can get anywhere on the server, and then they can do like /kill or teleport. Like if you teleport to 0, but like go like 60 on the up down axis, I don't remember what axis that is, it will take you to the gazebo down there. So
why?
You know, yeah. If you do like 060, like TP 060, it should take you. I'm gonna test it. TP Mesa J 060. Yeah, it takes you like down here. If you did like 90, it would take you above it. I do think the world is also set to like default survival mode and cheats off, but you can change that by opening it to LAN. Or there's probably like a config file that people can change that in. I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy. Maybe I'll figure out for the official release. But what I will say is that when the map for the thing is released to the public, when the Mythrill map is released to the public, guys, pay attention. The ad has ended. Pay attention. There will be a secret, and I won't say what it is or where it is, but you might have to go exploring to find it. We're doing one of my... You guys remember the old tweet scavenger hunts I used to do? We're doing one of those again, but this time on the server. Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. That's like this reminds me of like Gravity Falls ARG.
Yeah.
You guys gotta go find the Bill Cipher statue.
Literally, Gravity Falls was the whole inspiration for all the ciphers that the server had and all the like secret tweets that I did and all of that stuff back in Arc 1. Fell out of doing them a little bit, had a few.
Shake hands with the Bill Cipher statue. Shake hands with a Celine statue. Sell your soul. Sell your soul. Sell your soul.
Guys, you can all do it. But yeah, there will be a secret, and I'll be nice to people. And they'll be able to figure out the order once they find whatever they're looking for. But you're gonna need to.
We're going to give out. You're gonna need to use phone number, and you're gonna have to call her.
I'm gonna dox myself. But you'll get to go. You'll get to explore all of the places, and work together to figure it out.
Jay, I just had an idea. I'm gonna type it to you.
Please do. But yeah, no like ETA on when the server will be public, because again, I've got a lot to do on it, but for now we're just gonna say it will be sometime after the Arc 3 recap is posted, and like the ETA on that is after the Mythrill monthly is done, and the ETA on that is probably next month. So yeah, they're not getting a lot from me, but they're getting something. So yeah, it'll be a lot of fun, and you can see all of the cool little secrets and things hidden about. Like literally everything of note that I could think of is in this pagoda. And
and what a lovely pagoda it is.
Yeah, we got a building for each of them.
It's not like one that you would get imprisoned in for a very long.
It's not like one that you would get sucked into and then trapped by a 100-eyed demon in and see your worst memories of your life and get traumatized and awaken. Oh well, that's just like a monkey kid. Yeah, exactly. It's definitely not Li Jing's prison. What are you talking about? But I think it's kind of funny that like Karma was the Arc 1 kind of focus, but the Arc 1 building is based on Warren's temple, and the Arc 3 building is like based on Karma's temple. It just worked out that way.
Yeah.
Karma won in the end. She did. She is the victor. But I wanted to get like this scale. I wanted it to be like 1, 2, 3, and this has the extra height because it's the third, the final, the Nether portal with the gay flags is in the center. Like this bit here is where stuff began. I do also have the world file for Arc like 1 and Arc 2 like before the crystals were added. Those aren't going to be publicly shared just because I only have so much file space on the drive, and I'm doing this all through Google Drive just because the Mythrill drive isn't going to get used at all once the SMP is like fully finished. It's mainly like there for keeping documents straight and like giving you guys access to the books indefinitely, so you guys will always have that. But I can't share the old maps, but you get this one with everything that has happened on the server. And all of that, which I hope you will enjoy when it comes out. Just be patient. That's just to say that Mythrill is over, but you still have things to look forward to for it for like later in the year. It's having a slow death because I can't do anything simply, and I love this thing too much to leave it like unfinished. Secret stuff, Arc 1 stuff so much. Yeah, main reason we stopped doing that was just because it took a lot of effort to like come up with and post, and Arc 1 was a lot like less going on compared to Arc 2 and 3. We had like one secret in Arc 3, and that was the audio of me, Karma, and Allura when Allura was first like taken to the sanctuary, which I loved recording that. I wanted to make that an animatic, but I just didn't have the time.
I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry?
Because I got it like halfway done and then I couldn't finish it for some reason. I don't remember
It's
why.
fine. I don't blame you. I don't mind.
Oh, I don't think that was public knowledge.
No.
My bad.
That wasn't public knowledge, but it's okay.
Look into this
Well,
Flash thingy,
originally
Men in Black bush. You don't remember that.
Originally, I was going to try and make an animatic for it, and then I was like, I'm scared, and I don't think I can get it done quickly, and then you decided you would do it, but then we also were doing all of, like, the stuff. We were like, planning the finale, and it kind of took precedence, so I was like, you know what, I'll just do the audio.
Mm.
And it worked out. Audio was so good, it's incredible. I'm, playing 3 characters in one thing and trying to distinguish them all, even the using a voice changer. I was proud of myself.
That's actually really mad impressive.
I was proud because I try to give them all a different registers. Like character J's is very much my normal register, but a little bit more proper sounding. She enunciates her words properly. And doesn't go deep voice chavvy sometimes like I sometimes do. And then if I go into Karma, I have to do a giggle. I have to go. I have to do a little giggle for Karma because she's a little bit more like this, like a little flirty, a little silly. And then I think Celine is a little bit higher pitched bossy. I think she's a little bit like this. She's like, "Oh, you're such a bitch." She's like,
"Oh,
that's how she goes."
That hurt my feelings.
No, not you. That's just what Allura says, Allura is the voice I have the least practice in doing. I never really got a solid thing for her. The voice mod really carried me, but it was supposed to be a little higher pitch because she just gave me that energy.
She's pitchy and a little bit bitchy.
She's pitchy and bitchy and nobody likes her. I'm making her way too sassy, but if I had a line, what's a line that Allura says or has said in the past?
I figured a little redecorating was necessary.
When did she say that?
Before she stole my arm.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't a me line though, that was an L line.
Oh yeah. Well, how would Allura say it?
I don't fucking know. I try to think.
That's the only line I remember.
In the audio, in the secret audio, she was like, "So, she really is dead." She says it kind of like that. She's a little bit more, even more proper than Jay. I think her and Jay sounding similar makes sense because they were both from the same court. And Allura, canonically, and this is totally not because the voice changer that L used initially kind of broke with high-pitched noises at all. Nope. Canonically, Allura's voice was kind of fucked up and pitchy because of her being a puka. That's my canon for it. Totally not voice mod being bad for both of us. Nah, it's canon to how pukas sound. That's how it works. Always had the high voice in all 3 iterations. Yeah. She's fun. Literally only bought voice mods so I could do Karma. It was so fun. Yeah. It's sad. Mithrill's over, Mars. We're never gonna do lore here again.
Oh, don't say that.
Don't say that. We're gonna cry. I hope everybody enjoyed the SMP. Why am I getting frame jumps now? That's not great.
I
think we're fine. But yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed. Nice, simple. I hope people like the animatic. I kind of glossed over that real quickly because you were crying on the ground. But yeah, that was the big secret that I was keeping last year. I spent a full month making that animatic, and I didn't tell anybody about it until it was done. I think you guessed what I was doing, but didn't know what it looked like until I showed you. I am gonna post that to my YouTube at some point soon because it is gonna get viewed in the VOD, I'm guessing. But yeah, I can do you want to do some animatic analysis?
I think I might head out for that, but
Okay.
I
Yeah,
want to
it's
say
getting late for you.
one last thing before I go, that
Yeah.
this was the first SMP that I ever got to write a character for from beginning to end. And that's all thanks to you, Jay.
Oh, I'm
And
gonna
I want to
cry.
thank you. I want to thank you for everything because it was one of the best experiences of my life and it's giving me everything that I have now. So, thank you for taking over Mythrill SMP and seeing it to the end. It was amazing.
Stop, I'm actually crying. Oh, I love you,
And I will
Mon.
never say anything nice to you again. Goodbye.
Okay. Thanks. I love you. I see you still in VC. He's left. Oh, it actually got me tearing up. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm getting a little sweaty in my hoodie. I don't want to change categories to analyze this, so we're gonna do something kind of cute. We're gonna go here, and then we're gonna let me position. Let me cook, gamers. Let me cook. We're gonna do this. There we go. And we're gonna analyze the animatic, which means this might also get muted in the VOD. Actually, I might just mute the animatic. Uh, I'll mute the animatic for this part so that you guys don't hear it. Give me a second to add it as a media source. Go to Mythrill. Pause you quickly. Where? Media source 2. Turn that all the way down. Okay, there we go. Okay. Stop until we reach the sun. And then we still have Minecraft in the background so you guys can see everything. So yeah, I'm gonna post this onto my YouTube channel. So like the VOD is gonna go to my VODs channel, this is gonna go to my main channel, and then obviously when Mythrill Monthly is done, that's gonna go to the Mythrill channel. But this will go to my main channel as like my little final goodbye. Like the stream is titled after the song I use, which is Escapism from Steven Universe. I love the Steven Universe music. I think a lot of it is really good for animatics, and I just like literally I was listening to it one day and it just inspired me a lot, and I had it all like vividly in my head, as vivid as my life can be with Fantasia. And you can see how like my art developed as I did it. It's very rough around the edges. It's intentionally sketchy because I didn't want to spend too long on this. Like it already took me a month. It's for the full duration of the song. So it was a lot, but we have like an opening with cornflowers and the title, and it's all done in this blue color palette, but you'll see as we go through, it progressively gets darker and darker until like the end, because it's supposed to be like, you know, the sun is setting, the day is ending, the server is coming to an end as the day goes on. So yeah, no music, but we'll vibe. And then the first scene is the gazebo, which is like right by us on the server right now. That's the original world spawn, first thing built on the server. That all of the characters are colorized so you can see them against the background. You can see all the trees and like all of the little flowers that are there. I'm actually gonna there's no way that I can do this so that you guys can see my mouse. So we're gonna just deal with that. The only way I could deal with that is if I added if I opened this as like a windowed source, which I don't think I want to do. So I'm just gonna talk about things and you guys have to guess where I'm talking about. But if you look really closely, and I know it's a bit small like this, that's character J reading her book. That is Arc 1 design character J. right now for moving on. Based, so based. That's her in her Arc 1 skin, because this is also showing a passage of time. And then we come into the harbor. That's Bean and Jelly. We're in Arc 2. Bean is coming out of the mushroom store. I did put, I don't think it's kanji, it's Chinese, because the harbor was inspired by Liyue Harbor, which is inspired by China. So I think on the side of the building Bean is coming out of, it says mushroom. And then behind Jelly, it says office behind their wings, and then to the left of them, it says restaurant. I did take it from Google Translate. So I am not I can't speak Chinese. But I wanted to add them as little details and also just like decorations, and also this was a very static shot. So along with like, you know, the little movement of Bean's hair and Jelly's wings and the two of them just like walking, I added like lanterns and stuff, so there's a little bit more movement of like the fires and things. It's all very subtle, very simple, but my style developed a lot from that scene onwards. I started doing them out of order because I reordered some clips as I went, but another Arc 2 shot of Artemis at like the tree, the near the like that tree was symbolic for Artemis because it was a tree place for Apollo, her now dead brother. She's also holding his sword, which was based on the Master Sword, and she's in her Arc 2 fit. Honey's down there because Honey woke up on Artemis's island. She's got her original outfit and dress. She's looking cute. I've got all of like there's supposed to be tulips there, and then we were into Arc 3. The stage, I had to put Lilith and Sheba together. The two of them were sleeping because Lilith's main character trait was being a sleepy little guy. They're asleep on the stage. They're cozied up together, and if you look at Lilith's tail, it curves into our little heart right there because the two of those characters did couple up at the end. I don't think we got to see too much of it. We got to see a bit of it, I think, on the last stream they did with Artemis. So very cute, very sweet. We love them. This is one of my favorite shots, actually, of the whole thing. And it's got the cornflowers there still anyway. The perspective isn't completely correct because, you know, the stage should be a little bit taller than their legs dangling down, but you know what? We go with what looks good in this. And then we have, going from left to right, we have Puff, who is walking past, now free of, like, their curse, so none of the moth features or any of the bunny stuff. Afia outside the library reading a little book as the little scholar does. And then Lid, I'd not mean to make Lid so caked up, but Lid is in their werewolf, well not werewolf, but in their wolf form because, you know, changeling little guy. Hat can give animal features to themselves. Very cute, very sweet. I was also gonna have Lid's like leg moving, but you can't see it past the table. But yeah, the little stall they're at is the Amethyst shop, and I thought this was like a cute shot. We had to get the sanctuary in there somewhere and include those guys. Everyone gets included, even if they weren't around too often. This shot was upsetting. As you can see on the gravestone, Jamie the Great, that's their ghost, which is why they are transparent and they're kind of fading in and out. They're looking at the back of their house. All these pictures are also based on screenshots of the server. On Jamie's grave, I'm actually leaning close to my monitor so I can see this. I think it is a powerful witch, expert illusionist, and beloved friend. I think that is what the gravestone reads. Behind them or next to them, and they also have symbols. So I gave Jamie the I don't remember what it's called. It's the symbol from Charmed, Power of Three. I think it's like the trifecta or something, kind of like powerful symbol in like Wicca and that kind of thing. And I thought, you know, it's a fun shape, and I didn't have a shape that like embodied character Jamie, so I thought we'll go with a powerful thing. And also, I didn't know this at the time, but you do kind of get a trio of Jam, Brooke, and Anna, the three friends till the end who reunited in the afterlife. And this was made before that, but you could also take it as that. I loved Charmed as a kid. It was a great show. I can't remember what Brooke said, but I'm sure if you zoomed in close enough, you could tell, but it's too small on my screen. Actually, we're gonna It said, a curious soul with a love of knowledge, she will be missed. Yeah, that's what it says. Yeah, and then the grave after that was Claire's. I don't remember who the other two were meant to be. I think Panky. You might be able to see the one behind Claire's. I can't personally. But I'm guessing it was probably for Pank. Oh no, it might have been for Melora. It might have been for Melora, because Melora also did technically die. It was just off screen, and only Jelly's perspective learned about it. So it might be them. And yeah, I just added as many graves as I thought would look good. You know, you can imagine them for whoever. Could be for that NPC Willow, could be whoever you want it to be for. But yeah, I had to include a shot of Jam, and we'll talk more about that later. But yeah, they fade in and out. Their hair is moving. They're just watching the world go by. This shot is a little bit random. I didn't know where to place all of these people because I already had shots with everybody else, which were established. Like, I couldn't put Lizzie with Artemis because they had an Arc 2 scene with Honey, and I didn't want, like, it wouldn't make sense for Lizzie to be there because Lizzie is an Arc 3 person. So I did a reach. This scene is at the Mythrill Temple, the tree in the center with all of its leaves missing, as it was at the end of Arc 3, because, you know, Nezrin showed up there briefly, spiritually, to talk with Lizzie. And so, like, Chris Chilzo, his character never canonically went there, which you could kind of, like, use as his distant positioning to kind of, you know, explain that. Like, he's there, he's in the back, he's facing away, he's, like, a part of this scene, but also not really. He's never been to the temple, but he was very dedicated and very interested in learning about Atmosphere and Tim, and the archive is in this, but I couldn't put him in it because of who I did put in it. So it kind of links back to that, which is also why him and Charlie share a scene. Their characters did a lot together. If you haven't watched Chris' perspective, I highly recommend it. Charlie's character's there. She's looking a little bit mopey. Wonder what that's about. You'll have to find out later, I guess. But, you know, Charlie's remembering of the past and of Warren and everything they went to, all of the deaths that they went through at Warren's hand and the trauma. Like, if you saw Arc 1, the end of Arc 1, the finale of Arc 1 went to the temple, and we'd heard of the one true god. We've heard of the god of the valley. We did not know his name until we found Stephen's last book in the Mythrill Temple. And the only direction that I gave Charlie for that stream was, you are going to hear Warren's name, and you are going to be terrified. And she played that. Charlie played their ass off when I gave them that. All I said was, you are afraid of Warren's name. And they, like, it was a bit much. It was more than I expected. It was pure panic. I forget that Charlie's a D&D player. But that's where everything started for character Charlie. They'd been there for so long, it was that moment that you could say they started waking up. So having them here made the most sense. Now, Lizzie, I don't remember if I'd written, because I wrote the cinematic for Lizzie and Nezrin and Artemis's thing, because I wanted to reintroduce Nezrin before the end with their recast, so people saw what's happening, got to see new skin, all of that stuff. And, like, I thought, let's use Lizzie for it, because Lizzie has a connection to the gods that I had planned since they joined the server, because, you know, Hanhos are red pandas originate from China, the godly realm is based off of China. I wanted to, you know, include that. So their character went to the temple in canon, even if it was only for a small bit. They have, like, a connection to the gods in that they once lived amongst them, and they were sent back to the overworld by them to try and fix this all. And even if they didn't succeed in the way they were supposed to, in the end it all worked out. So that's why these three are here, even though it doesn't always make sense, but that's my justification for it. Yeah, I had such a trouble editing this, because I did all of the frames, like, individually in my art software, and then put them together in DaVinci Resolve, and it broke a lot. Obviously, though, we have to have Soulless Trio. on Moonface Tower, I decided to characterize the like glowy corn looking bits of Moonface Tower as crystals because I didn't really know what else to make them look like other than like fire. But I don't really associate, like, you can associate Allura of fire. I mean, the temple did burn down with her on it. But I don't really associate her with fire as much as I associate her with just the color red. She's more like blood to me. But yeah, getting the screenshot for this was like a really difficult one. And I also ended up reframing a lot of these. Like I drew more of this in the actual thing, and all of the pieces were like separated to get the different levels. Like the things that are further away are lighter in color so they don't blend together. But, you know, this is Soulless Trio, but arc free. Kadia sat in the back, like thinking, Rose moving forward, and Mars looking out on the world, skeleton arm fully on display, and slouched over so I don't have to draw the rest of his ass. But yeah, had also added the candles because this was another shot where I didn't have a lot in the background. Also, you can see very faintly, one, there's a moon that is rising, but I'm not sure if we'll see it. And two, there are little stars in the sky, so it's becoming like night gradually. But other than the clouds, there wasn't a lot going on in this scene, so I added the candles to get a little bit more movement than just, you know, Rose's wings. And then we have the archive, the final hallway that we went down to get the book and for Sky to realize, you know, who they are and what they are. This is one of the more difficult ones to build. Those chandeliers, oh my god, drawing those is fun, but also annoying. And just this whole scene was annoying to draw, but it looks great. And I've had to make like the platform in the back rise and fall to go with like Sky getting closer to it. It kind of floats. You see the crystals in the background. And then we have the sanctuary with character J in arc 3. It started with her in arc 1, ends with her in arc 3, same color, and fully dark scene with my like Karma's temple, my pagoda, and the trees, and the turning night sky, and my cape. I freehanded this drawing in particular. There's nothing underneath there, it's just a cape. And then you can see, this is like my reveal for yeah, Gully did lose an eye. This Toshi scene is like, I'm just so proud of this because I'm bad at drawing birds. I made my mascot a bird. I can't draw birds. I can't draw birds, guys. But I tried. I studied for this. So, you know, they gradually turn. We get the side profile, not showing the lost eye yet, and then we get the full overview of the entire sanctuary. This probably took me the longest to do. Both for the animating of Toshi and for like the entire background, because I had to draw the whole background and then make it move in my software so that it like did the thing I wanted it to do. But Toshi flies around there, goes down, goes behind the thing, goes down to the sanctuary. We get a little look up slowly, and then we get the flashbacks. So this is kind of like symbolic, like the 3 arcs represented by the 3 deities. We have Jay in her arc 3 outfit when she had the pigtails still. You could say that this is like, you know, this is like not the finale shot because Allura was dead at this point, but this is her like looking back at everything that happened. So we have Karma in her deep purple with her outfit, Warren dead center, Allura with her fat ass hair and her little bat ears and all of that stuff, all just floating. This shot directly inspired by a Lego Monkey Kids shot from season 3, where we get those little like clips of Macaque, I think, and like, you know, his stuff with the Ladybone Demon, which is like direct inspiration for why the clouds are all curly like that. But they're floating outwards, you know, the movement, the style, Warren's big ass braid. And then there's me losing my eye in Mars's arms. I don't think I drew this particular shot very well. And then we get to present J missing an eye. It's actually a thing that I have another version of the skin where I have a flower on my choker and one on my eye patch, which is why it's on this thing here. And it's also why you can see the flowers on my hip right now. I couldn't be bothered removing them, but I like to think that after living with like Mars in the Feywild for so long, she kind of like, you know, add, maybe not like, they're not his flowers, but like similar flowers to her design so that they, you know, have something in common so that it's cute. He probably would also get a new outfit. Character J would make him a new outfit as well, but she just hasn't gotten to it yet. She wants his opinion on it this time. They can design it together. It'll be a cute day. Be it Character J in the dark. She looks towards the camera, and then we get the biggest shot of the whole thing. I knew from the start I was gonna have all these scenes at the beginning to show like the progress of the server and like everything that had happened and all of the time periods, and then we were gonna see everybody leave. And the order of this is very specific, and it's like I'd rather be free, and it's everybody leaving. This is everybody leaving, and it is in a very precise order. So obviously Jam is first, and you can see she's already mostly faded. That's because Jam is dead. That's because Jam is dead. She's moving on to the afterlife. She's seen everybody go. She's reunited with Brooke and Anna, finally. And then we go in arc order. More or less. Well, yeah, we go in arc order, but it's very precise. So we have Puff and Arthea, and then I think we'll watch. So we go through all the arc 3 members, Puff, Arthea. They're also positioned very precisely. So you see Sheba is the only character other than character J who has his back fully to the camera. That's because he's waving at Lilith, who you can see behind Katie, just ahead of Sky's guitar. They're waving to each other because the two of them leave the valley together. They leave the valley together, but because they were so many arcs apart from each other, I wanted to keep them separate, but I wanted to link them. So they're both waving to each other. Lilith is running to catch up to Sheba, who is like gone ahead of her. Yeah, they're waving at each other. Yeah, it's all cute. Lizzie, I love how I drew Lizzie. Shroom is so cute. Shroom is so happy. Lid, I didn't know how everybody was going to end their stuff during this, so I kind of just linked it to who I knew was coupling up. Lid and Rose, I did know were going to leave together, but it was just one of those things that I like, you know, I had more important things I wanted to focus on going on, but like Lid in this shot is in their changeling form, so they've got their wings, they got their horns. I know Lizzie and Artemis also left together, but, you know, I wanted Lizzie presented. This is before I knew what their plans were for leaving. But there goes Lid, and then Lizzie, and then Sheba after this. Sheba is the next to go. He is the second to last Arc 3 member to go, both because he is waiting for Lilith, but also because Chilzo had to be the last Mythrill member to leave, because if you see him right there, right in red, right in center, he is looking back at Katie Gober. He is watching her as he goes. He is looking at his friend. I see their like character relationship as like very siblings in their like instant hatred of each other to like open acceptance. He's looking back at her. I feel like I don't think their characters got to talk after like Katie killed Allura. But he knows that Allura died. He's the only character who knows that Allura died at the tower. And he's the only person who could have any inkling that it was Katie who did it. In my mind, I don't know his character's thought process or like Katie's thing. All I know is that Katie did not tell a soul that their character killed Allura. Not a single character knew how Allura died other than Katie. She did not share it with anybody. But if anyone could figure it out, it would be Chilzo. So he's looking back at her concerned. So he leaves last of the Arc 3 members, and then we move to the Arc 2 members. Nothing has been like done with it, but both Jelly and Honey or Jelly and Kay have said to me that like they toyed with the idea of their characters becoming a couple. They had some ideas of like maybe doing a finale where they confirmed it. The kind of way that we wrote the finale was with that in mind. So like they were best friends. Some say history would call them very good friends. Some may call them lovers, anything but lovers. But I thought, let's have them be cute. Let's have them be dancing together. I decided to make their wings look very different. So I don't think like Honey's wings in how Mars drew them were very much bigger, and I think that is better, but just for my purposes, I drew them small earlier, and I decided to stick with that so that I could have their wings and Jelly's wings be very focused here, without taking up too much attention or covering Casey. So that's just a little style difference. That's just interpretation in this. I probably usually would draw Honey's wings a bit bigger, but we deal with it. But yeah, they're dancing, they're being cute. And I just think it's really sweet that Honey, the character who'd never been able to leave the valley and did not have a life outside of it, finally has a life of her own and is spending that life with Jelly, who is gonna introduce her to their dads. I don't know if that's actually what the two of them did after Mythrill. They haven't said much to me about it, but I think the two of them coupling up and going to like look around the world, see the demon plane is just really cute. So, you know, angel and demons, fallen duo, we love them. And then of course, wait, go back a bit. Then of course we go to Soulless Trio, which is why we have the three of them together. But Katie is noticeably away. She's looking a bit sad, she's looking a bit down, and that's because, like we said earlier, Katie and Jam's characters had like a very similar trajectory. And whereas Jam's character, like, she sacrificed herself to save a friend because she kept failing at doing that. Katie killed their friend on accident out of pure childish naivety. And then in a fit of, some could say childish rage, Katie Gobert is not childish in the slightest, but like character-wise we're talking about, they killed Allura to like pay back that trauma, that unresolved like anguish they feel over Rain's death. And it ends like, and their finale stream had an added cinematic of them leaving on their own. They left notes for people and they ran away. They abandoned everything, and that's why they are positioned sadly away from everybody else. Whereas like Mars and Rose are together, which kind of like, it's fun because I didn't actually know what Rose's ending was going to be, but having their last stream include them and them and Mars talking to each other before, you know, they went off with Lid, I think just ended up working for how I positioned them. But yeah, Soulless Trio are the last Arc 2 members that we have. So Katie goes, and then Rose goes, and then it's Mars. Mars had to be the last one because I knew me and Mars were leaving together. We'd had that sorted since like pretty early on in Arc 3. So last Arc 2 member to disappear had to be him. And the first Arc 1 member to disappear had to be Bagel or Lilith because they were the last Arc 1 member to be added. They were added as like the bonus guys. We added 3 extra members at the like nearing the end of Arc 1 for the Masquerade event, which is where Bagel's character was introduced. So they're first to leave both for that because of ordering and also to catch up with Sheba, like I said already. And then we go like really in order of like additions. So Beanie leaves just to go home. Then Artemis, who had like a very big presence on the server, and was super duper active, like basically carried Arc 1 on their shoulders and was like super active and helpful for like the whole series, had to be one of the last people to go. And then Charlie was added before Arc 1, back like in Arc 0 before the server had lore. Got in because they are my friend and because I love them. Their positioning is also unique though. They're half turned away and their expression is kind of odd in comparison to everybody else's. But who knows what that's about. They disappear. And then we have Sky, who was added before me. I will say, Sky was a part of Mythrill before I was, but had to step away because of life and stopping streaming and like a lot of things. But the base of this story we crafted together, and it only made sense for them to sing us out. They've already left before everyone else canonically, but I made this, you know, before I wrote that fanfic. But you know, it's an order of addition, or like, not importance, but you know what I mean. Sky disappears, and then it's just me. My cape stops blowing, and that's supposed to be like symbolic of me teleporting away. And then the cliff face, and then I die. Now I sleep forever, because this took me a month. But yeah. That's my breakdown of my animatic. I put a lot of thought into it, if you can't tell. I put a lot of thought and time into it. I had like full-on storyboards and the animation, like I had several Clip Studio Paint files because I had just so many frames. Like there was over 100 different frames of animation in this, of like moving background pieces and character pieces and hair and blinking, and there was a lot. But yeah, that's my breakdown of that. I hope you enjoy. We watch it so many times, it's on YouTube. Yeah, I will try and get that out for you guys soon. Maybe if I have the time, I might try and get it up for Sunday. Because again, it's probably going to get muted in the VOD, and not muted. Obviously, we just listened to the muted version here. But I will try and get that out for you guys. Oh, my thing is still zoomed in to a monstrous degree. There we go. The Metamantic made you cry a little? Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, you guys got to see, like, I think it was on a Jam stream? No, it might have been on a me stream. There was a stream that I did ages ago where I showed people the animatic for the first time, like the members of the SMP, like Elle and Chris and Jam. I showed all of them it for the first time, and the reactions you guys got to hear during that without knowing what it was priceless for me. Blooming in the Dark, yeah. It was that stream that I got to show people. So if you want to hear like some of the members' reactions to seeing it for the first time and like screeching at me for it, because that was like, I had just finished it. I'd shown Mars like just before the stream started. And then I showed everybody else. Some of the members haven't actually seen it still because I just didn't have the opportunity, but I know like most of them had seen it, so I could like break it down. But yeah, that was my big secret I was keeping. I was like, this is going to be my farewell to Mythrill as a whole. It was always meant to be my farewell. And yeah, now character J can finally rest, and I cannot finally rest because I still have stuff to work on, but it's all stuff that I'm going to take my time doing. I've talked enough about how I'm mentally going through it, like, pretty often recently, so stuff is happening, things are going on. I just have a very busy, active month ahead of me. I think I streamed it, and then I think Lizzie also did, but my VOD of it is up on my VODs channel, so you can find it. It should just be called Blooming in the Dark, unless I gave it a different name. But yeah, that is on my VODs channel, so you can check it out there. But yeah, I will, at fear of sounding like a broken record, and I will do like announcements and stuff when all of this goes down. I will probably do an announcement like in a bit after I wrap up stream today to be like, you know, lore is officially over. Look forward to Mythrill Monthly in the future. I think this is the last ever lore stream on the Mythrill SMP. There'll be no more lore happening. I am literally going to be closing the server, like, after this stream is over. Also streamed it and then had stream self-muted for the entirety of after cinematic. Yeah. I'm not sure if Lizzie has, I know Lizzie has recently started archiving streams, but I don't think that one is archived. And I don't know if Lizzie has a VODs channel. If they do, if stream does, amazing. But yeah, you can check that out as well. But yeah, silly things happen. Streams get scuffed. It's okay. We love Lizzie still. Lizzie is delightful. Lizzie did their final Mythrill stream with Elle on Sunday, which is very, very good. But yeah, I'll do an announcement in the Mythrill public Discord soon. Probably just about how lore is officially over. There will no longer be any more lore SMPs. The server is officially closed. Mythrill Monthly will hopefully be happening next month. I cannot tell you how thankful I am to April and Mono for getting me notes, and again, in April's case, just writing full catch-ups. I have to go through them and like do a little bit of proofreading just because I just need to make sure I just need to read through before like we do the stream just to 100% them, which I'm very bad at doing. But yeah, I will be rewarding you guys for that help you have offered because it honestly means the world to me, and like the catch-ups would not be happening without it. Yeah, Myth Monthly will happen then, along with like a behind the scenes kind of like going through just everything of the server, all the decisions, digging out any old documents I can find which might be interesting. Just to give you guys like a knowledge of like how things went down and my thought process with stuff, and if any of the members are free on that day that it ends up happening, like they can come in and talk about their characters, and we'll make a big deal about it. We'll make a big deal about it because that will be the official last ever Mythrill stream. Like there'll be no other streams revolving around Mythrill after Mythrill Monthly. Like it'll be done after Mythrill Monthly. But that's the stream side of it. There's also going to be the recap video for Arc 3, which is, I want to say, like 90% recorded. Haven't started editing it yet because I need to get the final recorded bits by myself, which I am hopefully gonna do when I have free time. The rest of this month. It just, again, I have a lot of driving. I really want to pass my driving test. It's the end of the month. I'm stressed about. I'm so stressed about it. I think I've said before, but the recap video is going to be focused on the main plot. So the plot to stop Warren. So it's going to have like the opening day, like the stuff with the books that Charlie and Chris were looking into, like a bit of Katie's stuff just to make like Allura's death make sense, because we have to include that because it's important to main plot. Artemis's death because it was also important to main plot. A lot of Mars's stuff because Mars's flower was important to main plot. Some people's things aren't touched on as much because they just like, they weren't as connected, they were more personal. But I've tried to, like, everyone gets a footnote, or I've tried to give everybody a footnote that I can. If you're driving, thank you. I'm feeling a lot better about it than I was before. It's just, I've got a lot of lessons to do, not even counting my dad probably taking me out in between them. And driving leaves me very tired, especially when I don't, like, do very good at it. It's all just very stressful, but, you know, we hope it will go well. But, like, we'll have the archive, we'll have the recap video, and that will go onto the Mythrill Archive YouTube channel along with the final Mythrill Monthly. After the final Mythrill Monthly. So we'll see when I get it finished and edited. We'll see when that happens. And then sometime after that is when this map will be released to the public. I'm probably going to release it to members soon. And I've already got, like, most of the stuff settled for it. I just, again, I need to add the archive, the recap stuff, and also that little secret. And I also, the only place I haven't labeled yet is the buildings in the sanctuary, because those were YouTube video tutorial buildings at the bottom. Everything at the top was, like, custom built by me, but the shops, we'll go, that's not the sanctuary. That's the sanctuary. The shops down here were based off of YouTube tutorials. So I gotta fish those out, and include them as signs in places. Just to, we credit our builders on this server. We credit them as best as we can. I've got to add those in. I've got to add the both recap Arc 2 and Arc 3 books to the spawn area for you guys to read and enjoy, and then I've got to add the secret. And once all of that is added, it'll be shared with the Discord, and it comes with a setup guide, so you guys know how to add it along with the mod pack, which will, you know, everyone will get their hands on, and then also the texture pack for the Mythrill blocks. There will be a lot of stuff that will look weird, like the friendship bracelets won't be textured, and the popcorn machine, like all of the custom models won't be there. They'll just, the item frames will still be there with things in them, but they just won't look like this. So, you know, that will be a funny thing for you guys to see. But with the mods, with like supplementaries and stuff, everything else will work properly. And again, if anyone is talented and knows how stuff works and you feel like trying to adapt this into like a vanilla Bedrock map, like full permission, make sure things are like credited to like the SMP and at the very least like myself, if you want to be lazy about it and not like do all the members. But yeah, if anybody has the knowledge to do that, please do, because I'd love to do more stuff for Bedrock people. I just don't have the capability. I got invited to a Bedrock SMP and I was like, I don't own Bedrock, sorry. I have Micro Pocket Edition, which I think is technically Bedrock, but I wouldn't be able to stream that just for the Mythrill map. I mean, hey, it would be really cool. Would be really cool. But yeah, and then you guys will get to, once this is posted, you guys will get to work on finding the secret. And I'm probably not gonna, I'm not gonna say a lot about the secret because it's not made yet. I've gotta make it. But it'll be interesting to see you guys all scavenging to try and, you know, figure it out, put it together. I also do have a setup guide made for the thing on how to install the map, well, install the mods and then add in the map and then add in the texture pack. And then also like the thing about like the server. I will see if I can change the config so that it doesn't default you to survival mode with cheats off, but again, you open it to LAN and then it allows you to turn cheats on, and then you can go like creative and spectator and have look everywhere. You can see all of the crevices, all of the little hidden areas that we have, like somewhere in here. Yeah, there's mine and Elle's storage room for all of the items. Which won't have items in there for you or the blinking eyes, but you know, this is our storage room. 1J. Sure, you have Java, you ought to have Bedrock. I think I do. I've just never figured out like how to access it. I don't know how it works. I don't know how it works. I got my Minecraft account. This is my second Minecraft account because my first one I lost the email for, so I had to get it again. Like the email got deleted because it was one of my parents' emails, and it got deleted. It got taken in the divorce. I'm not even kidding. The email got deleted in the divorce. So I couldn't access the account anymore because I forgotten one of the security questions. And now that account's probably been deleted because it didn't migrate when all the accounts migrated. But I got this account, I want to say the year that I started streaming, so 2021? Not sure if that was enough time to have a Bedrock account with it or not. No idea. And I got the Karma account 2022. Because that was just before Arc 1 started. Yeah. Pretty sure that's the timeline. I think that's the timeline. Actually, it might have been 2020 that I got my Minecraft account, actually. I don't remember. I don't like to know. It doesn't matter. But yeah. That's what you guys get to look forward to for Mythrill stuff. And, like, please get your list of questions, get all the things that you are interested about knowing. Put them in the Q&A thing and we'll answer them, or save them for when the thing happens. Yeah, this song is good. The songs on this playlist are very like Character J core, like very like I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Character J, like I said earlier, she was exposition. She was designed so that I could help the other characters of the server engage with the story and, you know, answer questions that they had and like know everything. Yeah, I've been playing Minecraft since 2012 because that's when I got my first account. And wow, I got stuck in a 1.7.10 modded creative world for like 10 years. And by stuck, I mean I didn't play anything but that for 10 years. And then I got into playing Minecraft with like friends, and then I started doing other stuff. Do you want questions sent separately or in one post? I guess, I guess separately would be better for people searching. Like if someone has a relevant question, then it's easier for them to find. But like if they're specifically like you want them to be answered in Mythrill Monthly instead of being answered just like by a word in the thing, you can put them all in one message, be like for Mythrill Monthly, and then just list them all, and then, you know, I'll know that specific submission is for like Mythrill Monthly, and you know I'll also write out an answer for it for like after Mythrill Monthly maybe. I don't know what's better. Like my mind says, oh, if they're all in one place and that's easier for me to read, but if they're all separate, then, you know, it's easier for people to search. Follow your heart, Skylar, follow your heart. I haven't got my ears on. Follow your heart. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. As well as being like exposition, Character J was always just a fantasy version of myself. And Like, she's embellished, she's different. I wasn't, like, previously a bloodthirsty maniac. I mean, character J wasn't a bloodthirsty maniac either, but, you know, she murdered a lot of people. I've never done that. Someone could make, like, a main Q&A post on Mythrill Monthly too, potentially. Yeah, you know what? If one of the mods in Mythrill server, I think Skylar's a mod in the Mythrill server, either one of the mods of the Mythrill server just make a Mythrill Monthly Q&A and just put like a brief of, hey, ask all your questions for Mythrill Monthly here. Yeah, thank you, Skylar. Hello again. Hello. Likely story day. Okay. You don't have any proof that I've committed bloodthirsty murder. It's okay. But yeah, no. My point was, I put a little bit too much of myself into this character. I didn't really intend. My whole point of character J from the beginning was just I am here to service everybody else. I am here to make sure everybody else has a good time and knows what is going on. My character knows more than everybody else because, like, I am the creator, I have the knowledge, and I'm gonna put it into my character so everyone else has an easier time. And what that really fell into was, yeah, she's a fantasy version of myself, but she's still very close to myself, so, like, you know. Especially in Arc 3, I think she kind of fed a bit off of my depressive episodes. And I think the ending today was kind of, yeah, it's not my full thoughts. I have a lot of complex feelings about the Mythrill SMP. Like, I never expected it to turn out like this or everything that's happened in it to happen. But, yeah. That's just how it goes. Yeah, and I will say, for the Q&A, I'm gonna do my best to answer every single question that I am able to answer. There will be some questions that I can't answer because they might be, like, character specific, and as much as I am familiar with, like, every character on the server, I'm not, like, I am not the people who made those characters, so if those members aren't able to make the stream, we might not get those questions answered. But any question that isn't answered, I will, like, flag. If you make sure to, like, send your questions as, like, separate messages, I will try and, like, put a emoji on them so we know which ones haven't been answered in the stream when it happens. And then we can come back and I can, like, get the members to answer them for you if it doesn't happen in the stream. There is also the chance that questions that are asked may not be answered because of discomfort. And I only say that because, like, we kind of have, like, a soft rule on, we try not to bring up members who have left or were removed from the SMP, both because, one, they're not here, so there's not a lot we can say about them, and again, we didn't write their characters, so we can't answer stuff fully for them, and, you know, not every departure was a great one, and some things are just better left unsaid. So yeah, I will preface that now, but I'll do my best and I'll get as many people around as possible to answer as many questions as possible. But yeah, that's just preface it. Like, ask every question you can think of, ask every question you want, because I want questions. But yeah, Mars, hi. I'm being good, don't worry. But yeah, if things don't get answered, like, either they will be answered at a later point, or if we don't answer them, just take it as that. There might not be an answer. Within the archive a year ago. A year ago today? Wait, really? We saw it on Valentine's? Oh my god, that's so cute. That's so cute. That's so cute. Also, it's so cute because I made this bouquet texture. I specifically made for Mars at his request. And now I've been given one. Yay. I mean, it's not the first time my character's been given a bouquet, but I think it's cute that I got one today, of all days. Teehee! And I poked my little fingers together like a cutie. But yeah, I realized the pin message for doing lore is still up. I'm gonna delete that message. Ugh, there we go. I know the title is still also lore, but I don't mind that as much. Because we're chilling. We're chilling. I'm just yapping. I'm just having a nice time. That is a long time. Yeah, it took us like a couple of months. Things for you when you end. Oh my god, I'm excited for things. I will end in a little bit. I might be cheeky and stretch for the free hours. Because I like yapping, but I will be with you soon. I love you. But yeah, that would just be a couple more minutes realistically. But yeah, at some point I'm gonna like distribute all the textures that I specifically made for the server. A lot of them were inspired by like other things, like the muffins. I'm pretty sure that was inspired by like someone else's pack and like Google Images and stuff. But like, I made so many textures and like models for this server. Like, let's go to the secret room. I worked my ass off for this server, both in like the writing department and then also like the model department. Like, I learned to 3D model specifically for this SMP. So like, okay, when I took over, I had no idea how MBT crafting worked, which is the mod that we use for the custom items. Highly recommend using Item Swapper. That's what Hermitcraft uses. I don't know how it works. I bet you it's 10 times more efficient than MBT. The MBT mod is shit, I will say. The Discord is not friendly. I know I've never felt more attacked by asking a question in the Discord. And it's been discontinued. So the version that I have isn't even like an official version because we're using it in like 1.20.1. I had to get this from somebody else in the Discord, who updated it. But very difficult mod to work with because you have to like add all of the model files and like edit them and all that stuff. But I specifically did all of this because of the do I even have them? Mythrill tools. Yeah, because of the Mythrill tools. It's been discontinued, yeah. But like Item Swapper, that's what Hermitcraft use. It's a lot better. I don't know too much about it. I'm pretty sure that's the mod they use for their models. If you want custom models, do that. But all of these models that I have made were, well, most of the models in the server were custom made by me. We had a few that were added by the old owner before I took over. And specifically, and I will admit, was a little bit petty. For Arc 2, I decided I would change all of the Mythrill models to 3D models because they were like 2D retextures of like Neverite. Like they were just blue Neverite tools. They were just blue Neverite tools. And out of pettiness, because the old owner was the person who made them, I learned to use Blockbench so I could 3D model them instead. because I just wanted them to be different, and I couldn't think of how to do that with a 2D texture. So I literally learned Blockbench out of pettiness. I'm not, yeah. But it paid off. So I made all of the tools. My first thing was a really ugly scythe, and then I went straight into making all the tools. And I made so many things. This I made, but it was based off of a model of Sketchfab. So technically, I did not make it. I didn't buy the texture. I didn't buy the model of Sketchfab, so I made my own, which feels like plagiarism. Which again, this is why we're not giving out the pack for people to use, because yeah, most of it is legal. Some of it I don't know about. Like this axe, this is based off the Technoblade axe from the Dream SMP animatics by Sadist. I don't know who made it. It's something the old owner added. I don't know where they got it from, but I haven't removed it because I forgot it existed. Pettiness is the best way to do anything. For real, for real. Yeah, these are some of the unused models. I made Mars like a bone scythe, but it kind of looks bad. It looks really, really bad. I tried my best, but yeah, it looks really bad. A lot of 3D models are better without enchantments on them as well. This sword was going to be for Cloudy. It's supposed to be made out of cloud, but it just kind of looks diseased. It's one of my first models. Like, this is why it wasn't used. And then this was for like a cut plot point where the obsidian sword that kept murdering people was gonna combined with a member who left's item. So they were gonna become one and become something different, but you know, that got deleted. Everything in here was custom, except for the Elven Sword. This was based off of a free download 3D model of the Master Sword. You can find that very easily by just looking up Minecraft Master Sword texture pack, and you can find the model file. But it's like based off of that. I just edited that model, so not fully original, but yeah, it was because it's Artemis's sword and Apollo had the Master Sword. But yeah, all of this stuff. This was technically my first ever model. It's my second attempt at the first scythe that I made. Was this one, which I gave to Bagel. Oop. Some of the weapons, like jellies, I sketched before I modeled it. So, you know, that was really fun. A lot of the models were like requests, like the pens here and the quills. They were requested by Surin, who was an old member. They're both just like, this is Diamond Sword, this is Netherite Sword. The Sacrificial Blade was, I think, it was originally a 2D texture that I think was taken from Blood Magic, but the blade in that was like silver. It was like a wiggly blade, if people remember it. And this is one of the first models that I made again. I tried to make the hilt like more bluish to link back to Mythrill, but I couldn't get it to do the same zigzag pattern, so I made something completely different. Super ineffective for stabbing somebody, but I like to think that the holes were there so for like the edges pierce and then the holes let the blood pour out. That's kind of, I don't think that's how swords work, but that was my theory for it. You can literally craft that so easily with like gold. It's just a gold sword on the server. This yeah, this weapon here was another like one that was added to the set. This was added, I think Panky found this online. Again, no idea who made it. Have no clue. But Celine's axe was based off of it. This is the prototype of Honey's spear. So this is what Honey's spear originally looked like. It was also made for a different member initially. This is what Honey's spear initially looked like. And this was the final version that I ended up making, which I think is a lot better. It's simpler, but also more crystalline, so I think it looks a lot cooler. I don't know what I was thinking of this. I hated it the second that I made it. It was a bad day. It was a bad day, which is why it was never used, because I didn't like it. And yeah, actually making this axe was really good. This is made for Claire, and they very specifically wanted this cross on it. So I made it like a little blue for like a bit of Mythrill to be put into it. So this was really fun to make, specifically this one, because of the angles. And yeah, I liked making this one. I wish we could have seen it more, but you know, Claire had other things to do, which is fine. But yeah, love Claire. Or love Maddie, I should say. That the character is Claire. But yeah, this is Allura's weapon, but it was based off of the Panky staff because, you know, in lore, Panky got it from Allura. So one of my first models as well. You can see all the separate pixels for the blade and how I put them together. I don't think I could give this out in like a texture pack in good conscience because the base of it wasn't originally mine. Maybe one day I'll like revisit it and I'll make like a completely original version. That could be fun to try out one day. But, you know, it's still one of my favorite weapons in concept because Surin gave me like some art they found on Pinterest for it. Also, Karma's fat ass scythe. I love this. I loved making this. Like the curve. I kind of mimicked the curve onto Jelly's scythe because Karma gifted it to them, and I took the moon directly from Jam's staff. Because I made this in Arc 2 because originally this staff was for Cozy Mel, who ended up leaving the server because they just, yeah, SMPs weren't a good thing for them at the time, so they just like they left. They didn't have the ability for it. But they wanted a moon staff, so I made them a moon staff, and then they left, so I had nothing to do with this. And then Jam showed up and wanted the exact same moon staff as their weapon, and I was like, girly pop, I got you. I was like, it's here already. I just changed the little tassel down there from purple to pink, and it was perfect. Saved me so much time. By far, like one of my favorite models I've ever made, just in general. Oh, as well as Rose's bow. Like Rose's bow. I took the flowers from like the red flowers that Mars wore and that Rose started wearing in Arc 3. And I just put them onto the bow. I do want to rework how I do bows, because I need to show this. If I fire this, you can see that like string goes into me. I think I need to make them smaller when I do them in the future of doing like block bench stuff. Yeah. But yeah, I really like it. I really like it. And also this is the Genshin bow. Like Maple gave me a Genshin bow as a reference, and this is just directly a bow from Genshin Impact. This is just like the hunter's bow from Genshin Impact. This is one of the shitty bows you can get in that game. But it was fun. Also the teapots. Melora's little teapot. It was supposed to kind of mimic Kintsugi, which is like the gold painting stuff, but I made it silver instead because it fit their character more. Yeah, little Japanese teapot. I really enjoyed that. I'm getting really tired. I've been up since 7 a.m., but we're dealing with it. All of the fucking horns I have to make for Artemis. There were so many of them. There were so many of them. But Jay's ears, I didn't initially make. I don't know where these came from. Well, okay, Jay's ears were an edit of the basic elf ears, I think, to add my earrings to them that the old owner made. But yeah, that's why I made like a new set of ears for Jay, of them like taking their glamour off to like, you know, appear like a proper fae with their longer ears, but I kept them for everybody else. I made like various skin tone versions for like elf ears, like by myself. I think I only have 2 versions on this server, but I do have versions in like a wide range of skin tones that I did for a different server and then like never got to do anything with. And all of the flower crowns were taken from like a flower crown texture pack I found on Minecraft Planet, because I could not make a flower crown for every single flower in Minecraft without losing my sanity. So I literally adapted them. I took them from the texture pack, put them onto a model file, and added them to the server from that. So they're a little bit stolen. But it's okay, because this is why we can't give the thing out publicly. But Artemis's final set of horns, I give them the earrings and the moon. These are so fun to make, and they're some of my like best work, I think. I even got them sized properly in the little window, unlike my ears, which I never bothered to bloody fix. Oh, but it was very fun. And then Katie's crowns. I had to do a dead coral crown because I thought that would be fun. And it is doing tails. Figuring out how to do tails was like something I really wanted to do, and that I couldn't really, because at least with MBT crafting, there's not a way to replace the armor. Like, I wanted to make Mythrill armor for Arc 3, but I couldn't get it working. No matter what I tried, it just would not work with MBT crafting. So tails had to be offhand items. They work really well outside of like when you do the hug emote, it breaks it. But other than that, it works really well. And I think they look really cute. Didn't you say something about losing your mind making the— oh yeah. Making the friendship bracelets for Katie was okay, first of all, I made too many of them. Because so yeah, so there are 16 colored dyes in Minecraft, right? And I basically went, okay, all the friendship bracelets are going to be made of 2 sets of beads, and we want there to be a version for every single one. I think, except dupes, so you can't have a bracelet with like pink beads and pink beads. They have to be pink and magenta. They can't be the same color. So that means that's like 16 times 15, which I want to say was 240 textures in total that I had to make for the friendship bracelets. Let me double check that. Yeah, that's 240. But along with that, I also had to make 240 well, okay. I also had to make 240 crafting recipes for all of them to be used on the server. And for ages, they would not work. Because, so you could have, yeah, like, actually, let me try and do this. We're gonna try and do this. I don't actually remember what the crafting recipe is. Oh. We're gonna see if I remember. Because I think it was just string and the things. Oh, there's already a crafting table here. Okay. I want to say. Yeah, so. Doing this gets you a black and green friendship bracelet. Black and green. Because black is the topmost pixel thing. If you do it this way, you get green and black. But for ages, it did not work. Because I was doing it this way round. For some reason, it worked in planes. So when you have to code it, you code like top layer, middle layer, bottom layer. You code it in that order. And for some reason, having all of the stuff on the middle track just would not, like, it would make me a black and green friendship bracelet, but it would not make me a green and black friendship bracelet. Did I have to make alternate versions of all of these? No. But I did anyway, because I lose my mind. Mythrill monthly Q&A post is in the server, by the way. Thank you. If people want to do an exclamation mark, actually, I got it. Mythrill, if you aren't in the Discord, I will at some point update the card as well. I like the recap video will be added to there, and like I'll probably add a new section for Mythrill monthly, at the bottom, so everybody can find that easier. But yeah, changing it to be this orientation made all the bracelets worked. Trying to do it this way round made them all break. So yeah, I lost my mind doing it. I lost my mind completely. But I was determined, just because Katie Goodburst said I would like friendship bracelets, and I'm an overachiever, and I made 240 friendship bracelet textures for all the different colored dyes in the game and their crafting recipes, and I had so many problems of the models not working. Me and Elle would have like a double chest crafting them all and like checking them to find like which ones worked and which ones didn't work, and it took me like a good month to sort out all the bugs that were in it. So yeah, not worth it. Not worth it at all. Not worth it at all. But it was cute, and I'm glad I did it because people got to have cute friendship bracelets on the server. And if I ever learn how to mod, I will make a friendship bracelet mod that all it does is add friendship bracelets to the game. But you know what? If I do that, you know I'm gonna be extra and learn how to do it in the baubles mod, so that people can also actually wear it on their arm instead of, you know, just having it. I'm sure friendship bracelet mod already exists, but I will do it. I will do it. Don't hold me to that, actually, but maybe one day. Maybe one day if I get my life together. But yeah, lost my mind over those. Never use MPT crafting. I hate it. Same with like all the elytras. I made some of the textures. Most of them I didn't. Like, I think I made the item texture for the Phoenix ones, but I didn't, and for jellies, but I didn't make the actual wing texture. Mars's I made by myself. Katie's fins I made by myself. The Shulker ones I made by myself. Karma and Jay's are actually the exact same. So if I put on, these are mine. And then Karma's, they have a little purple at the tip. And they also have a second pair of wings. This is the original texture of the wings that I found on Minecraft Planet. And my ones just remove the bottom set of wings. So Karma just has like more. That's how that worked. But yeah, most of the wings I did not make myself. I made the lavender ones, I'm pretty sure. And I maybe angels? I don't remember. I made the pixie ones. Those were originally made for Shelby, who used to be known as Marley Moo Frog back when they were on the server. But now she is Shelby. And And yeah, all of these ones, which I like added for Arc 3, a lot of, like, we got permission from the person on Minecraft Planet. I forget their name. Someone asked in a Mythrill, like, Discord, like, Q&A. They were like, hey, I recognize these from there. What, are you allowed to use these? We did get permission from the person to use them. We just can't, we're not going to distribute them because of that. This one was from, like, Mooney's texture pack. And I did actually make it myself based on Moon's texture pack. Or I think I made the item texture and then the actual texture. Either Moon sent to me or Moon couldn't send to me, so I based it off of the one that they used on stream. I might have made the clouds one. Actually, no, I don't think I made the clouds one. Yeah, I don't think I did. I might have, but I don't think I did. I do not think I did. I don't remember. But yeah, I didn't make these. I made the caddies. I made most of the stuff. We're just going around. I didn't make the witch hat. Don't know where this came from at all. No idea where that came from. I did all the bouquets though. I think they were inspired by another texture pack that exists. These models here though, these are made by Lizzie Foxy. Shroom made them when Shroom first joined the server as like a little Halloween treat, and I added them in. These were all Lizzie's creations. It was Lizzie's first time using Blockbench, so very cute. My favorite is definitely the cotton candy. I love it a lot, and the animated textures. Oh, I got into that with like Blockbench as well, doing animated textures, but doing them for like this, like the heart pulsing. I tried to base that off of a real heart as well. That was hard. And the souls were based on Soul Eater souls, which is why the default one was blue. And then I think it was Arc 3 that I decided to add in like different colors. So Mars got one, Rose, Katie, and Panky. We got all of the guys. They default to blue, but they all got a special color because I thought it was cute. Yeah, all of these were just like old owner textures. Apart from the catalyst, I made the catalyst and animated it specifically to be used for the elytras. But it is just based off of a regular thing. And the sandwiches, these are the last food items that I made. I think I based these off of like a Google Images image. Yeah, I didn't mean to go through all of these and like out myself for not making everything, but I've already been open about that before. It's just, the reason why the full texture pack can't be given to people. Maybe one day I'll like catalog all of the textures that I did make and like give them to people, but some of them like flower crowns, you can Google find them on Microplanet. A lot of the wings, you can find them on Microplanet. Like most of them. I tend to source most of my stuff from Microplanet if I didn't make it myself. And the teas. The teas were also really annoying to make because of mapping them onto milk. And them just like not working for ages. I couldn't get the tea to work and I got really upset about it. This is why I stopped adding stuff to the texture pack because I got really upset and miserable about it. But I think the last thing that I added was the sandwiches were the last thing that I added along with Warren's flour. Like that was the last update when the party happened. And then like my plushies are also like my favorite thing ever. The plushies, the frog one is hideous, but I love everything else. And these balloons were specifically made for Mars's birthday, not last year, the year before. Oh yeah, and the guitar texture, the guitar model I did not make. I got that from somewhere else. Well, I got the guitar texture and then I sized it down to make a ukulele texture because I'm smart. I do not work harder. I work smarter. And yeah, I don't actually know what the purple ones here. Actually, no, I do know what they were used for. I don't know if I can talk about it though. I don't know if I can talk about it. I'm not. It was okay. Both these green petals, they are ghast tears, and the lavender petals were asked to be added by Maple and Bagel for something that they were gonna do, but I don't think they ever got around to doing, and then these ones were just for Mars and his flower, which is like the base texture that the rest of them came from. And over here are all the bracelets. Yeah, I forgot these were what these were for, but yeah, we got all the black ones, all the blue ones, brown, cyan, green. This is gray, light blue, light gray, lime, pink, orange. Oh no, this is magenta. This is, so it goes lime, magenta, orange, pink, purple, red, white, and yellow. Because it was an alphabetical order. Order. But yeah, this is the final testing room to make sure all the bloody bracelets worked. And then we had the fairy lights, which I probably could have done a little bit of a better job on. I bet there is a world where I could have made them glow, but I could not figure that out, so never happened. The eyes are also some of my favorite things. Like, if we just watch this for a long enough, the red ones were made for Lilith, and then we also had the Artemis ones that I added to be a cutie. But yeah, that's a fun little breakdown of all of the items that I made. And I guess just a little bit of like, you know, as the owner of this server, I tried to go above and beyond for all of my members and make this experience like unique for everybody. I built this whole place so people could, you know, already have places to live in, a set to do their lore in without having to do stuff themselves, but they could still personalize, like Lizzie personalized this building and Katie personalized that building and I personalized my library. And like try to make things like accessible both from gameplay with like the villagers and adding whatever ideas people had. Like, I glossed over it, but we have like all 3 stages of Jam's necklace in there. The before it was charged, the pink when it was charged of Brooke's life force, and then the shattered remains after Jam, like, you know, handed it off the karma and broke it. But yeah, I put a lot of effort into this. It feels really weird for it to be over. Even though, you know, I still have things to work on, I'm still closing the chapter. But the fact that I'm about to close the server when this stream is done is like a lot. And, you know, I've been doing this for 4 years at this point. I don't know when the official anniversary of the server is, because I know when the lore anniversary is. You can find that by just finding my first lore stream on my vods channel. There is a full like Mythrill playlist that goes back to the first ever lore stream. And yeah. Actually, I'm not sure if it does. I think I might have privated the first one because I edited it into a video to cut somebody out, to cut the old owner out. I know it was in July. I know it was like sometime in July is when the start was. I think I definitely still have the VOD or uploaded. It might just be privated. But I'll fish out the date at some point. But like the 4-year lore anniversary is coming up. I don't know the official time. I think it started like November, the year before lore started. I was only added like at the start of whatever year it started. But, you know, a lot's happened since then. A lot of things have gone down. And yeah, it means a lot to me, this server. It was a big part of my life. Again, I spent 4 years bringing this to its conclusion, and I hope everyone has enjoyed it. I am gonna miss it. I don't really know what I'm doing from here. But yeah, I'm gonna have a nice long break. I'm gonna close out Mythrill. I'm gonna give you guys all the little bits at the end, answer all your questions, give you one final thing to uncover when the map goes public. And yeah, we'll see what other things go on. I don't have any plans for lore myself, there's always a chance I might like join another lore SMP at some point. I'm not going to rule out running my own again, but I definitely need a break from it. And I've got other projects that I am like a part of or staffing that are going to be happening like this year. And I also want to get into Corecraft again, which is nothing to do with lore, but you know, I don't play normal Minecraft enough, and I actually really like it, and I really like yesterday's stream was so fun with Vi and Zach, so expect to be on Corecraft a lot more whenever, you know, streams turn up, because I'm still in my baby steps era, because again, driving lessons, stressful life. But yeah, I've been here for over 3 hours now, and my throat hurts, and I will be here forever if I don't stop. So, we're gonna take a breath. We're going to breathe. And I'm gonna find us somebody to raid. And we're also gonna turn raids off so no one else can touch me. No, don't touch me there. This is my no square. Oh, bear with me, guys. Stay for stream. No problem. There's a small chance I come back on Sunday to do another Corecraft stream. There's a bigger chance that I don't do another stream until next weekend. I don't want to spoil you because we've already done 2 streams back to back right now. Don't leave yet, guys. You gotta stay for the raid. If you don't stay for the raid, you smell like poo-poo. My Oprah is not loading though, and I'm kind of scared of it. You know what, we're gonna... hello? Oh god, wait. Nobody move! Nobody move! Stream is not over until I say it's over, god damn it. And it's not over yet, because I'm having a problem. I'm having a problem. Oh no. Oh, okay, it closed itself. Okay. Well, you're open now. My CPU just shat itself. Okay. Oh, my CPU is shitting itself. Okay, there we go. Oh, literally no one is live. No one I know is live. Oh dear, no one I know is live. Okay, well, I guess we are just gonna end. I can't raid anybody. I mean, it is Valentine's Day. I should be expecting this. Okay, yeah, that's just what we're gonna do. Okay. I am gonna post my Mythrill thing. Oh, that is really chugging. My CPU is not liking this right now. I'm gonna post my post-arc free playlist in the Discord, like, right now, as soon as stream ends, so see that. I'll either see you guys Sunday or next weekend, and look out for announcements in the future about, like, the last Mythrill Monthly and the recap and the map launch eventually. But I love you guys, and I'll see you all later. Bye! Bye!